I believe it's gonna be on Saturday or Sunday because of schedule complications.
Oh, so you're it's not really gonna be the like it's not normally the ending. You're just like, okay, we gotta end it for now.
We're doing a seasonal break basically, kind of like what we did with Omen a while back. But let's this time a little bit more official.
It's like that was more just by chance.
Yeah. This time it's stated, it's there, it's official, we're doing it. But anyways. All right. We're live and everything. Everyone good to fully start.
I'm here. I'm here. We're live.
Yep. Ethan.
Oh my god, all the streams opened at once and I couldn't tell who was talking when.
Oh, you're watching the streams as well? What?
The whole crowd.
Yeah, I'm making sure y'all get the views as me too. As I'm pulling up on the side.
Oh, you're doing that one thing. Okay. That's funny.
But like everybody started talking at the same time. I was like, wait, what? Huh? Wait, there's two guys.
There's always has been.
Anyways, so welcome back, guys, to the Midnight Zone episode 5, to the part 2 of this one. My internet should be fixed 100%, like legitimately, so we shouldn't have any crashes. If we do, I'm going to fucking lose my shit. But besides that, we're actually going to jump into a small intro I made just for this episode.
The first 2-part one shot.
There you go. It's
Well,
actually sadly it's not.
No. It's been a while though. It has been a while.
It's been a while.
Can I point out that you're like speaking through a webcam?
Who, me?
Yeah.
It didn't sound that much different.
It sounds like he's like across the room.
It doesn't for me.
You're saying that sounds normal?
Yeah.
That don't sound normal.
It does to me.
He sounds like he's talking through a tin can. What the fuck you talking about?
He doesn't.
Well, you
I don't
sound
know what you're
you sound perfectly normal. It's just him.
Don't hear it.
It's his voice's wavelengths. They've really messed up.
Yeah. Speaking of wavelength, I've been like getting back into Soul Eater again, like watching clipped on it.
You know, I have everything set to the right
I miss
thing.
Soul Eater.
See, now you sound a lot better.
Okay.
I literally touched nothing. I
Yeah,
just checked everything was the right thing.
Oh no, I turned you up, so you sound less quiet. You still sound a little bit shitty, but like now you're louder, so that sounds better.
I don't hear what he's hearing. But anyways, I'm gonna click a button. Okay, you guys ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Chrono steamed. Mission control. Chrono steamed. Mission control. Report in.
Heard loud and clear.
Progress report on the situation at hand.
We are a day away from reaching our destination. We'll be looking for contact with the Atlas very soon.
Captain, correct me if I'm wrong. Does that say that our destination is close enough that autopilot came in?
Yes, I think it does.
That can't be right. I made sure that we'd be awake hours before this.
Before we do anything, we should make sure we get a hold of mission control.
Mission control? What? You've been in space a lot more than I have, Captain. I've never heard of anything like that.
Sorry, it's this weird. My head's not in the right space right now.
No, I know what you feel. It's like the longer I stare at it, it gets worse.
Oh, okay, that is not good.
What is it, Captain?
We're disconnected. We have no contact to the outside world.
There might be something we can do.
You have an idea for right now? By all means, I'm all ears.
I can't guarantee if it'll work or not, but while our ship doesn't have a relay, that one does. Captain?
Yes, Cliff.
It would seem as if someone was on a spacewalk or something. Their shutter doors are open.
Well, Cliff, we're gonna mark down our possible survivors down to 6.
What do you think that... Wait, wouldn't somebody else have come out for him?
That is what I worry about. We're gonna keep heading towards the relay for now, and make sure it gets onto our ship.
Sounds like a plan then, Captain. This would be their main... well, besides the cockpit, this would be their main terminal. Problem is, these seem to be not necessarily empty, but washed.
We are gonna mark down another possible survivor.
possible survivor or possible.
No, they're dead. There's a body in here. Not hallucinating? You saw that too?
Faintly, I saw a shadow, maybe kind of looked like a suit if I was.
Yeah, possible survivor, it looks like. Definitely did not expect that coming in here. And as I say that, another deceased. Wait a second. We woke up on different sides of the bed this morning.
Right?
I thought we were just sleepwalking. Everything's inverted for some reason. That's definitely alarming. I didn't mean to. I mean, we had to lift these bodies up anyways. It's good to know that they're very brittle, so if we take these bodies back, we have to be careful.
Right, Captain.
Oh, okay. Didn't expect that to be so brittle. I got a hand now, though.
Captain,
Yes.
it would seem that these terminals aren't giving us any more than the other ones were, so I would recommend we go to a different room and attempt to find wherever their generator is. Maybe that could restart it.
Perhaps we can definitely check that. That'd be further down.
Alright, well, it would seem they didn't really find anything yet. Unfortunate. You want me to take lead again, Captain?
Oh, pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Picking up right where the recap transmission ended, you find yourselves about to walk out of the science module. With Robinson taking lead.
What was it that can turn my character?
E plus mouse
Uh,
wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay. We'd already checked north, yes, Captain?
We went mostly north
Or
until
I guess
we
left.
encountered the wall.
Correct. Okay, checking door. Door's locked, Captain. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
The relay was, or the place we need to go for the relay is actually back down where we came from.
I believe so, Captain. Captain, I don't remember what doors we've checked.
I closed every door behind us that we didn't go into, actually.
Okay, well, checking door.
I believe we only have,
Door's locked.
looks like we didn't miss out on much.
At least not yet. There were some other passages like this. I believe I have gone through one of these doors. I'm not sure, Captain.
Yes, the one to our right was the one that had the body.
Yes, I believe so. Okay.
We did not touch this door.
Yeah. Are you around here?
See
Bridget-
if this one even... Oh, God.
Breaching door. Door's locked.
What I will say is, with this door specifically, you can tell this is another airlock clearance zone for decontamination and such.
Well, I guess it's good that door's locked then.
Why would they need another decontamination zone?
That's actually a good point. Maybe perhaps for their science room. Maybe they it was like an extra, like so that they can cut that part of the ship off in case of some type of biological emergency.
That makes me worried that there might be somebody in there then.
It's possible, but can't say for certain.
Yes, to our right is where we haven't gone yet. I accidentally closed the door on
Yes.
myself.
No, you want to open that, Captain? Are you behind me?
I'm right behind you. Ready
Checking
when you
door. Door's opened.
You open into what is clearly a storage space for anything spacefaring required. Extra suits, tanks, and any repair tools and supplies.
Seems like a lot of useful stuff, Captain. At the very least, we can get some more oxygen supply.
How do we actually check where we are right now? Might not be too bad to double check real quick.
Do we not have a map of this ship, Captain?
I thought we did, but with everything being inverted and there's clearly stuff missing, I don't know what's going on with this map.
That's a fair point. Well, at least this room is open. It's going to be very useful in the future, I'd assume. Not only repair stuff. I doubt we can ever repair this ship, but forbid. But maybe if we needed to fix ours, some type of if one of our chutes get ripped. Got spares.
What's in the chest over here? Are these just like spare oxygen tanks, maybe? And he's going to try to open one up.
You do. You open one of them and you see a lot of just spare equipment, even some like bundles of the material that your suits are actually made out of. You see a lot of there are some tools that would normally be used to help mend any tear that your suit may have acquired during its spacewalk that hopefully wouldn't have ended the passenger in this sense.
Certainly could be useful.
I'd say so. Also, some of this, well, most of this is repair for gear. There is some stuff that might be repair for, well, units, computers. It's not entirely impossible.
But no sign of the relay.
Is there not? I want to search the room.
Roll investigation.
Investigation? Okay.
Or perception if you want to.
Damn it.
Where is it? Come on.
Wait! Does this count as an intelligence-based check?
Oh.
I don't think you need it.
I believe investigation is intelligence, but I don't know if you'll need it.
I mean, I guess we both are very good at this, in this case.
Yeah. What I will say is I believe investigation is intelligence.
It is intelligence.
And you do have a bonus for that, if I recall. It makes you have advantage.
Yep.
The both of you are looking around pretty steadily, taking your time, but also kind of keeping a bit of a pace to it. And you've opened every chest, moved every spare bit of spacesuit. You have pulled things off the shelf and looked, and opened lockers, everything. There's no relay here at all. But what's weird is you're starting to look through some of the supplies, and a lot of it just seems to be the same. But much like you'd seen with the badge of, I believe it was Albert, everything word related is reversed, inverted. And you will note that when looking at the suits themselves, there is a strangeness about them that doesn't seem quite right. It is almost like they aren't entirely completed.
Not completed? What does that mean?
The best way I can put it is it doesn't look like... Actually, here's a good way of putting it. Similar to the computers, where it seemed like things were missing. It was almost like they weren't even there to begin with. It's the same with the suits. You will notice that some of the suits just don't have gloves. Some of their boots are missing. One of them doesn't have a helmet at all. Which is weird because you guys know that when it comes to spacefaring and traveling, strict regiment for any of these supplies is a have to deal with thing. It's code.
Cliff, are you noticing this?
I
They're
don't-
like missing pieces. in every single one of these suits.
Yeah, I think this one was. Yeah, this one was the Americans, but you see the patch there. ASU.
It's inverted, but yeah.
Yeah, well, as I'm saying, like everything else, it continues to be this trend of inversion.
Did we go inside of that giant ball? A wall, whatever it was? I'm starting to wonder if we did.
But it was clung onto this ship. It wasn't big enough for our ship to go through, was it?
The wall was an endless expanse. It was more than enough to consume your ship if you had drifted in.
It was attached to their ship, but there was so much of it. It's not impossible. Maybe we drifted through.
That would explain the headaches, the weird time dilation, everything being inverted. Maybe we can actually go through that wall. Maybe we're not where we're supposed to be.
That. I mean, what other? How many other options do we have? Like, obviously, this isn't right. Look, none of this is right.
Both of you roll me a wisdom save. As the stress of the situation is starting to gnaw at your minds more and more.
I'm pretty down
Cliff,
bad, Cap.
I don't think you have a thing to help you with that one.
No,
Charles,
mine's
unfortunately,
Dex and Intelligence.
I will roll a d12 for the both of you.
I can roll a 9.
This d12 will just be for both of you. I'm not rolling twice. We're just gonna have it be the one. You
I
both
thought we
roll
rolled.
a nine
I thought we
for
rolled our own.
sometimes I'll have you roll your own, but for this one, I'm just doing it as a sweep because you both felt the exact same time.
Well, that's not good, Captain. Captain, I don't feel so good.
Me neither. Me neither, Cliff.
You know what's also weird? I didn't think about this before.
What?
The last time we had a transmission, if you noticed something, which I don't think was on purpose, Mission Control said Team to Mission Control, which is reversed. That's how we would say it. They would say Mission Control to Team. I don't know if that has anything to do
I will
with
flat
this.
out tell you that's a mistake on my part.
I know. When I heard it the first time and through the replay, I was like, that motherfucker. No.
I'm not very governmental.
Anyway, but really, well, all the other doors seem locked. The best. If you really... Obviously, we're not where we're supposed to be. If you think it's best that we go through, we have to decide now. Do we go back into our shuttle and try to glide through it? Or do we go through the pod that's in this ship?
Either way, it seems like we have to go through it. We're not going to be able to back out of it or anything like that.
Regretfully, I would have to agree.
Wait, is the ship still working?
Lightly.
Power.
Yeah, like, couldn't we just leave?
Basically,
Well, the terminals.
So basically, the way you can put things is this: the entire ship is on an extremely low power mode, like always on the edge. It's almost as if it was set to it.
Yeah.
No, not this ship, our ship.
Oh, our ship's fine. Or at least it should be.
I don't think y'all checked it after you woke up. Not
That
really.
son of a bitch.
What I will remind you all is, when you woke up, you all were extremely ill-feeling. You
Well,
had
true, but we
headaches,
landed the
vision
ship.
blurry. You did.
Which
You managed.
takes power, that takes energy. So, to some degree, it was functioning.
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
Not really, Captain.
Either way, if we actually want to get here with information that we came to get, we may have to just go through the wall on the ship.
Here's another problem, Captain. How do we know that this crew is ours?
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, think about it. On the suit that one body was wearing was one of the names we were looking for, but in reverse. So if this place is some type of mirror dimension, or maybe, maybe this area of space, I don't know, some science thing we haven't figured out yet until right now. We are dealing with something that's never happened before. So assuming what we know currently, that whatever area this is of space, it seemed to invert things that we cannot guarantee. Are our suits... Do we have our name tags on our suits?
Yes.
Are they inverted?
I read Charles's name tag. Is it inverted?
You read the name tag. It is inverted.
Assuming you also looked where I just did. Well, on me.
Mhm. Definitely.
That leaves us with two ideas. One, these are still the same crew, it just reversed their suits. Or they're the mirrored version of the crew. And so are we.
All I know is right now is that we have a duty to figure out what's going on here. We are in uncharted territory, and there was clearly something walking around on the ship. It didn't act like anything that I would expect another astronaut to do. They would have come up to us and actually talked to us, but no, they just walked away.
It's more of the casuals, the odd.
I'm a bit concerned that we're not dealing with one of the astronauts there, or something that could have affected their mind. But either way, the only way they could have gone is through that wall. Everywhere else was a dead end.
One of the rooms was locked up there, but yes, I presume you would be right there. As far as the places we can go.
I mean, we could certainly try to break down one of the doors, but I'm not sure if we can actually do that with the materials at hand.
Well, you said you had a map, yes?
I thought we did on the ship. We could go back and check and make sure.
Well,
We definitely should have it somewhere.
Well, then maybe the map is inverted because everything else is. Therefore, the map would be correct.
Even if it was or was not inverted, that's still information that we can use.
Well, that's my point, Captain, is that knowing what these rooms are, we can mark off if they're useful to break into or not.
All right. Well, we'll go back onto the ship and make sure we can find our map real quick.
You go to do this. And when you step into the decontamination space and try to do what you had done, pull the levers to swap the doors, you find that they are not budging at all.
What?
Cliff, give me a hand. It's not budging.
Captain, I think your modulator was breaking up right there, but this is a pretty small space. I'm not. You're saying you can't get it open?
It's not opening. I can't get it open.
Would you like to roll investigation?
I would.
Please do so.
13. That's not great, but it's not horrible.
I do think it is enough.
Yay.
You are looking at the mechanisms, looking at the surface, even maybe prying apart one of the panels to the best of your ability to look at what's going on. And similar to what you'd seen before, it seems incomplete. Stuff just missing. Likely what has caused the effect of jamming, because the mechanism wasn't complete in the first place. You're locked in.
Captain, this makes no sense. It seems like the door is only made to open from the outside. It had to have locked behind us. That part's normal, but it has no ability to refunction from this side.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
Like
He's actually getting a little angry here. It's like, that's stupid. What do you mean it's just missing? And he's going to, like, full strength try to open the door one more time.
This is the airlocks. These are not doors you can just pry open with strength alone. No matter how you try, how much strength you put into it, the door does not budge.
Wait, Captain. Wait, you have another choice. If you remember, their other airlock was open.
Was it open? I thought it was locked too.
The inner door was, but maybe we have a chance opening that one.
What part was missing? On this one, anyways.
Well, from what I'm seeing here, it's basically parts that wouldn't be to say plainly, that basically this place is in no condition to have ever left orbit. These things would have been tested 1,000 times before they ever even let the crew on here. Look, I'm not a master at space engineering in comparison to what you've experienced, but from what they taught me before I was put on this mission, this place would be... It barely functions. It would be surprising if any of this actually somehow worked properly. Which makes no sense. They would never send...
You need to give yourself a little more credit than that.
Captain?
Honestly, I think you may have surpassed me on your knowledge of a lot of different ship features. You've been able to do a lot of things on that ship that I can't even dream of doing. Please give yourself a little more credit than that.
Well, I appreciate that, Captain. Aero engineering was not my major at MIT, but it became it at the end. Either way, what I know is that this ship is missing not just washing of computers. Someone on the crew could have gone crazy and done that, and maybe someone could have broken this lock, but all the things that are seemingly just gone, they would have never let the ship leave.
Again, it's the theory of that, what you were talking about earlier, a mirror dimension or something like that is seeming entirely possible. I don't like it, but I guess we only have one way to go right now.
Well, Captain,
I'll go first and make sure that we can actually pass through it.
You walk. Or not walk, you float. Going down the halls that you had just traversed. Continuing up. Higher and higher.
This is science room on your left there, Captain.
Did we try to open the door all the way down there?
What you already know,
No,
I've told you this before.
Yeah.
It's basically a trash chute, a thing they would just throw anything they tried to dispose of.
Yeah, it's not a door.
It's a disposal unit.
There is not an icon for disposal unit.
The only thing you know and see, besides the body that's now kind of floating towards the ceiling, is the black reflective wall that stands before you, ominously. Rippling almost like a liquid, but never losing its placement.
Well, Captain, before you do that, we do have one other choice. Well, to test things. Well, two.
By all means, I'm all ears.
I have two ideas. One, we take this poor soul who's not with us anymore, and we float him through the wall and see what happens. Second,
I still have his hand, so I could put that through first.
that
Actually,
works.
so what I will tell you, you threw his hand in the first time.
Did he?
Oh, I did?
Yes. Because you were originally going to use it for a form of like bioscan, but you know that after you tore it off,
Oh, that's
how brittle
right.
it wasn't going to work. So instead, you threw it in and it passed seamlessly.
But did we like see it float through on the other side, or is it just gone?
You didn't see
and
it pass through to the other side; it just disappeared.
Okay. Never mind, Captain. We've already kind of figured that out. Yes. All right.
Well, hold
Well-
on. Hold on. You actually might be right here. As long as we're careful, we could pull it back. We just gotta make sure it doesn't break apart.
Right. That's actually quite brilliant. Here, perhaps we could grab his legs gently and float just his upper half through.
Yes, that
So-
sounds like a good plan here.
Here's what I will say: I want you both to roll. Actually, I want who has the best sleight of hand.
I
One.
have 2 dexterity, so I'm gonna say probably me.
It's probably Cliff.
If Cliff, you're going to be the one who rolls, you'll roll with advantage due to him helping you.
Well, I already rolled advantage, so can we have like a double advantage? Because like, you're
I'll-
giving me something I already
I'll-
do.
Here's what I'll do. I'll let you have his bonus, so you'll have a +1 to this roll as well. So basically a +3
Okay.
because of your own bonuses. All right. So it's a 13. It is enough, but you know that if you were any less steady, it would likely break within your palms. But you manage to shift it, and I'll kind of move you guys' tokens around a little bit, just so I can kind of emphasize this. You take it, and you slowly drift it in to the wall, and hang it about waist level. And then as it sits, you wait, maybe expecting a reaction, not seeing any. Then you slowly pull it back out, and just like you had put it in, it is the same.
Well, that's good news, Captain. I'm still not thrilled about the idea of walking through a black void, but that certainly makes me think I'm not going to immediately die. Or be disintegrated.
I mean, that's why I offered to go first. Just to make sure. Because I believe you have more to get back to if anything happened.
Maybe, perhaps, some type of buddy system. I hold onto your hand while you partially go through.
I mean, it's very simple as a buddy system. If I don't come back through, don't follow.
I'll give you 2 minutes, Captain.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Charles walks through the void.
I'm also here, Captain. They forced me through.
We're just gonna pretend you're not there exactly for now. Actually, I'll just move him over here. I will have you right here. You walk through the barrier, maybe holding your breath with anticipation. The feeling, the sensation you get while doing this is different. It almost feels like you're slowly walking through water for but a moment. But the moment you breach the other side, you're clear of it, but it does feel weird. It feels unnatural. There is a minor queasiness with it, but it's a very small moment. It's very passing. But you do feel that you are on the other side.
Oh, hi.
I'm not here. I'm not here, Captain. I'm the vision version of me. I'm in your head. This is your conscience.
If I recall, he is still holding on to your hand. That is
We
through
didn't
the
do
other
that.
side.
We ultimately didn't do that.
We didn't
Oh,
do
you
that.
Ah, okay.
You just walked through. like a badass.
Yeah.
And I can see the astronaut on the other side, barely, down the hallway.
What do you do in this moment?
The first thing I want to do is look at my own name tag.
It still seems reversed.
Oh,
Still
shit.
reversed. All right, that's... But I'm still in one piece. Nothing wrong with me.
You seem completely fine.
All right. I'm going to kind of lean back through, put my hand through the wall again, and give a simple wave, telling him it's okay.
All right.
Alright, good enough. So you just take a step forward so I can be behind you. Oh, that felt weird. Oh, I feel kind of gross, Captain.
It feels clear, though.
It does feel a little bit better, but also brighter? Is it brighter in here?
I think I have a theory
And that
of what's
is-
going on right now.
As you're talking about this, you see another astronaut appear, looking forward, and then you watch very minorly as the one above, who, just from what you can tell, is looking at the electronics down the tunnel, turns and looks. And I want you to roll a perception check. Specifically, this time, just Charles. Damn.
Oh shit, Charles!
Good shit.
You look, and the moment you see him turn, there is this jolt back of almost a fear response. And then you immediately see the other astronaut in front of you turn around instantly, quickly dart over to this door and press a bunch of numbers and flash what looks to be a card. And then it shuts. And then you hear another mechanism.
Well,
What?
they don't seem inviting.
Is it locked? They locked us in. Uh-huh.
How... Okay, Captain. We can't go back. We can't go forward. Here, can I see this door for a moment?
Absolutely.
I want to check, like, this is an interior door,
Yes.
but I want to check, like, what it's made of and how the locking mechanism works, which I would probably know.
This is a very simplistic locking mechanism, not like the airlock before. This one is one that basically just requires identification, a quick flash of a card, maybe a typing in of a code.
But what is that code? How does it necessarily unlock that? Is it just like this little latch that comes out, over?
It is merely just like the swipe of a card. Just opens it, and then you're able to.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. So the swipe of a card unlocks whatever unlocks the door. How does the door itself lock? I understand that there's a card, but like your front door has a little like twisty thing that you do, and it makes a metal rod
Yes.
come out.
It has it does have like a latch that you like pull and then push.
Okay, so the card makes the latch go in. All right.
Yes.
Well, it seems fairly simple, and I'm assuming the door is some variant of metal, but nothing we can't get through eventually. We could, Captain, possibly do a manual override of this door, but she'll take quite some convincing.
Convincing?
Well, we don't have any to my knowledge, we don't have any kind of crowbar or anything like that, so that leaves us one decent option. And I pull out space pistol.
Oh shit! I forgot you had that.
Yeah. I don't know how many. Wait. How many bullet? Bixby.
Here,
How many
let
bullets
me-
does a Russian space pistol hold?
Sure, here's what the internet says.
11
Standard
rounds.
heavy.
All right,
Jesus.
we're good. I was wondering if it was a one and done. All right, so we should have. And I checked the clip. Is it filled?
Roll me a. You know what? Roll me a flat d20.
I would say this is like a luck chance. I was like,
Purely luck.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. 12. I'll take it.
It has 3 bullets.
That's not half. Okay, well, one for the door, one for you, and one for me.
Or one for each of them. What?
Right, of course, yes. The door.
You're already
should
trying
we-
to find a way out of this? Jeez.
Well, we can't go back. We can't go forward. If it doesn't unlock the door, then we're just gonna sit here until we starve to death.
Need I remind you, you're in their personal sleeping rooms.
Is there another pistol around here? Hold on.
No,
could
but there.
check.
Well, you don't know. But there are a bunch of storage, like bed storages. Matter of fact, you're standing right next to one.
In fact, you're
Yeah,
standing
we
on top
weren't,
of one.
we weren't able to open them before.
No, you were. They just didn't seem to have much in them. It, much like you had experienced in the past, seemed like it was missing things.
I'll take the hint. I'll open one.
He really doesn't want me to shoot this long.
No, I'm just stating the other options. You could shoot it, but you know
Fine.
what I'm
we'll
saying
check
is
we'll check the can.
you don't have to. If you, if you
No,
don't want to shoot, you
no,
can.
no.
Just
We're,
like-
we're
no,
checking
no,
the
no.
canisters.
You go to the boxes that you are able to reach that aren't beyond the wall, and you find that, for example, Cliff, the one you open, it says, actually, hold on, I gotta pull out the list of people's names.
Yeah, we have that in the chat, don't we?
You see the name Zhao Yu. And when you open the box, you see a bunch of memorabilia, her own personal effects. Roll me investigation. And while you're doing that, Charles, you open yours. Similar to Cliff's, you see Albert Simmons. You open that, and you see a lot of the similar things of personal memorabilia, but you do see a lot more scientific tools and trinkets here. But also will have you roll investigation as well.
So we're both rolling investigation?
Yep.
19. I know my women.
That's fine.
Jesus.
I
You
love
do.
my hot Asian
You-
women. My potentially
You
hot
look
Asian
through this. Okay, actually, we'll start with Charles first, I guess. Charles, you were looking through Albert's stuff, and you're pulling out some of the stuff. This just looks a lot like his own personal wares. You see a wristwatch that is extremely nice. You see these little like tools that you would normally see in like a science lab. Even some chemicals that are like very explicitly bottled with labels that like do not open in this or that. It's very clear this is just his own personal thing of his favorite stuff. You see some of his older clothing in here that he would likely wear just for leisure, maybe even for betting. But you do not find an ID. However, Cliff, you do know women, and you're looking through her stuff. And you know there are generally a few locations a woman would store her personal effects. One of them is maybe in her own little purse. But another one is in their boobs.
The bras.
Some attires are fitted with effectively breast pockets on the inside. And you look through her clothing, and sure enough, her suit that she has that is stuffed in here, but by the way, rather neatly, extremely neatly. She is very meticulous. You do find within the breast pocket a card.
Hey, looky here, Captain. And I ingest, like, toss him her underwear. And I go, no, I just got her badge.
You actually found a badge, Nicholas.
Yes, yeah, I found her badge. Not much else that actually seems meaningful here. Just some clothes.
Whose storage is that one then?
Oh, this is
You.
Zhaoyu's.
This one is definitely Albert's. Can I ask real quick? I don't remember last session. What all storages did we find?
We found the Russians, both of them.
Yes,
And I think the girl American?
I believe so. The Russian you definitely know because that's where you got the pistol from.
I think we found the males, but I think his wife was next to it and she had nothing in it. That mattered.
And we found the American one?
And the girl American, I believe.
Was that one Ashley?
Yes,
Ashley Foreman, yeah.
All right.
You're like pinning that or something?
I'm just trying to keep track of which storages we found and which bodies we found.
Okay.
Which I don't remember which bodies we found or not.
We found Albert's. We found the Russian male. And there's an unidentified persons on the outside. I think that's it.
Yes, that is the ones you recognize.
But there was a color with that body, right?
I think it was the female Russian.
The
Like
one on the outside
one
was
outside.
in its the one outside was in its spacesuit, and it did not
So
have
it would
a
be
specific
white. Yeah.
design. It was very bland.
Yeah, it wasn't an interior
So
suit,
that's
it's an
an
exterior
unknown.
suit.
All right.
And because the seats are bulky, you're probably not going to know if it's a male or female. So, unidentified.
Yep.
Can I go ahead and... Is this one within the bounds of reality?
It is just barely. You don't know if you'll be able to reach around and open it or not. If you want to try, what I will say is roll sleight of hand.
I'll take those odds. 7.
Oh my
You
God.
try to.
And I just
And-
push it further into the void.
No, what I imagine is you're following along, not trying to get like too close to the edge, and you're realizing that the way this thing is facing, the part that is cut off is seemingly within the wall, and you know that from the other side, this did not manifest.
So there's a gap. Well, probably best not to interfere with that. Okay. You got anything in that one, Captain?
Just some trinkets, really.
What's this thing?
Nothing too much of note.
What you were looking at is basically like a disposal bin.
Oh. You
Just a
didn't want to
trash
throw anything in there.
can. You I feel like I'm asking it a lot, but if you want to look, roll investigation.
You don't think they don't throw anything in there? Me neither.
Get out of the way, Captain. You don't know how to search things.
Oh my god!
Really?
That's funny. Let me look at something real fast.
He's like, hold up, what the fuck do they throw away? He's like, you got a 22, I had to put something in there. Oh, great, a full Twix bar? Who throws that away? That's amazing.
You look, and the trash, and you do see a bunch of normal stuff, like their old food supplies that has just been eaten and thrown in there, those little baggy packets. But underneath it all, you see a knife, and it is covered in dried, frozen blood.
Well, besides the horrifying implication, that's badass. Well, Captain, I found something that is quite terrifying and mostly reinvigorating.
What did you... Oh my god.
Yeah, this is probably not good, but it might help.
I guess if we find any bodies, we should look for a stab wound.
Yeah, I didn't think that might be a problem on this mission. But
Is that why they're trying to lock the door? Are they trying to keep us from finding a murder on the space station? That would explain some weird behavior, but...
right, maybe they think that we're a threat. I mean, think about it. If the first two bodies we found were Albert and
Mikhail.
the male Russian. There's one person on the outside with helmet off, so they would have either taken it off themselves or it had to be broken. You couldn't. I doubt you could shoot them with one of these pistols, but we'll leave that for now. The main body's on the inside. It's not fully impossible that maybe one of them started it, so it's possible that they might think that we're here to hurt them. Basically, you can't jump to the conclusion that whoever is here is automatically the murderer. If there was there's obviously some type of stab, but assuming there actually was a murder.
Well, if that's the case of there being a murder on the ship, our first... The mission that we're on, retrieval, that's gone. We need to make sure we can get out of here. Who knows if they're gonna do it again and try to come after us.
I would very much like to agree. Our first and main priority would be actually being able to get back to our ship, however possible. I mean, none of these...
Unfortunately, that means we still have to confront them. We have to go straight through there.
True, I will tell you this, and a knife and a gun are not breaking... It will break through maybe one of these doors, but one of the exterior doors, those are...
You said this was a key lock door. You just found a badge.
Yes, no, I'm confident we can get through these doors. I'm saying confirming that the airlock that we have to go through, none of this equipment, including the badge, is going to open that. Or it shouldn't. So
Well, we'll figure that out when we get there.
Well, this does leave us in one bit of a predicament. Do we want to go back and search the other doors, or do we want to go ahead and go through this one?
Well, that brings me to a theory I was bringing up earlier.
Right.
It got clearer when we went through the wall, right?
I would say much more clear, yes.
But everything is still inverted, so... I'm thinking that there might be layers to this. There might be another wall the further we go in.
It's possible that maybe it has some type of outreach that isn't a part of its actual core.
I want to make sure that if it is a mirror dimension or anything like that, we leave on the right ship. So we have to go to the very end of this. And if things continue to get clear, I'm hoping we find our actual ship on the other side.
I guess that would make sense, yes. That still leaves the question if we want to go back. So you're saying that you do not wish to go back and search the other rooms. You just want to go straight forward for them.
If we go back to search those other rooms, there's just going to be missing pieces anyways, just like everything else down there.
That is a fair point, Captain. Well, this this is never a question I thought I would be asking you. But, are you more of a knife guy or a gun guy?
You know, I've never been confident holding a gun.
Where were you born, Captain?
Good question.
Is that on your character sheet?
It is. I just gotta scroll up.
That's mine.
Funny enough, I am an American. I don't
What?
show it.
We know that. We knew you had to be American. We're both from NASA. Or I guess SpaceX. I want to get real technical. Yeah, yours
No,
does.
NASA's the
yours
one that
doesn't
did
mention
Artemis
it.
2 right now.
Heh. Yeah, yours actually doesn't say. Yours says American. Mine actually
It just says
city.
American.
So where do you want to be from? When you do that, I'm gonna. look
You're
to see if
asking the
there's a
person that
knife thing.
failed all their classes when it came to geology. Geology?
Geology.
Geology,
I'm not.
that's
I'm not
fun.
asking who's your grandparents. Geography, Captain. Just name a fucking state. You don't need to say a city. Do you know all the states in America?
No. No, I don't.
Please tell me.
Do you
you're
know
joking.
the big ones?
Please tell
Look,
me you're joking.
it'll be faster if the DM decides for me. We'll say that.
I don't know
Oh,
why, but the
if-
word the Texas was constantly popping in my brain.
You know
Sure,
why?
he's from Texas.
It's because 80% of all astronauts have been from Texas, and that's not a joke.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
Texas.
given you your kniff.
Texas, you thought you'd be more apt with a gun, but I'm from the 8 Mile, so having a gun is kind of in our nature.
I never had any interest in it. Plus, my daughter was scared of them. I didn't want
so
to
you're
bring
from
them
Houston then. Ah, that's a Houston joke that no one's gonna get.
in. Houston, we're gonna have a problem if you keep making puns like that.
Sorry, Captain. I take I take what is Zhao what Zhao Wei?
Beep beep bop boop.
Yeah, Zhao Yue. Yes, it worked, Captain.
Zhao Yu.
Zhao Yu.
With
I
the
didn't
swipe
even
of the
finish
card
my
and
sentence.
The eventual push. The door opens, allowing you to exit the living quarters. The living, yeah.
So
Cap-
there was 2 other astronauts that were walking around there.
Captain,
Is it another body?
it looks more like a massacre.
I'm sorry.
Oh no! Oh
The
no!
sight before you is gruesome in some manner. There is a lot to decipher as to what happened in this room.
That's 4. That's 4. That's 3, 4. How many people were even on this ship?
Oh,
Cliff, there was
Something-
only 7 people on the ship that we
Something-
know of.
That's
Something
all
to know.
7.
real fast. The one that's over here, he's very clearly bent, broken, and crushed. Almost like they're shoved within it. This is not a space that could normally fit a person.
Oh, Captain. That's
Wisdom saves for the both of you, by the way.
That's 4. Captain.
That's fair.
Captain. Oh,
Okay. Charles, you're okay. Cliff,
Charles-
I need you to roll
Charles
me
like,
a
I've
d12.
seen this shit before. Back in
It's unsettling, but at this point, he's starting to get used to the counting.
What am I doing? Roll 20?
Roll a d12.
12? Okay, then
That
that
can
could
be
have been
safe.
worse.
All right.
That's below half. I'll take that.
First things first, I want to identify all these bodies.
Identify. I don't think some of them are going to identify. More importantly, cause of death. Can I
Yep, that's the second thing. I want to look for a knife
investigate
wound.
that?
So, me do some fun little things here. You look at. Okay, actually, tell me which bodies you guys are looking at real fast.
I thought he was gonna take the first one, so I'll take the middle one.
Yep,
Okay.
the first one right here.
Charles, though this body is withered and effectively frozen to an extent, obviously due to exposure, in some weird way you definitely recognize this body. It looks to be Greg's. And just from observing, exposure to the outer space is what killed him. And Cliff, you look at this body, and it is clearly a female, though at this point kind of hard to tell exactly until you flip it over, very gently of course, and you recognize the suit color patterns a lot more obviously now. This is Yu's body. And in the case of you,
Me.
not you, but
Okay.
Yes.
I do have to
Hello.
hello, give me a moment. I do have to look something up real fast.
He's got to make sure he's not being racist against the Chinese.
No, I just have to make sure my information is right because it has been like a week. I'm trying to be as correct as I can.
All right. Well, this is gonna take a moment. Can I go get a water real fast?
Yes, please take this as a break. I have to do a quick refresher on myself.
All right, I'll go to a BRB screen.
All right. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna get water.
Oh wait, you have a BRB screen on the Roll20, right?
I do, yes. Here, I will put us in the intermission screen.
All right.
While I do my quick little rereads, because I have to make sure all my information is correct.
All right,
I do not
I'll
want
be
to
right back as well then.
I apologize, everyone. There is a jumble of information I'm trying to decipher. I have written down a lot, I just have to reread a lot of it. Thought I was prepared, but I did not read this enough. That's what I thought.
I have returned.
All right.
I'm chopping my
actually
headphones on my
pretty-
keyboard.
Pretty much ready. I got the information I needed. Just gonna do a quick reread of a lot of things to make sure I'm like 100% on everything.
Nom.
Nom nom. Sorry about that, everybody, by the way. I just
Oh,
wanted to
no.
make sure that my information is true to what needs to be shown. I have a story to tell, and I'm making sure all of it is in order. In hindsight, I probably should have. I have a bajillion information files, but I did not organize this as nicely as I should. I wished I did. But I know how it is now.
All right. So we're just waiting for everyone to be back then. I'm pulling out a bag of Doritos.
Fritos. I have a bag
Wait.
of Fritos behind me.
Wait, is there another door?
Oh, hey, look, a door.
Oh my God.
Hey, look, it's a door.
And
That's
behind
wonder-
that,
oh,
my
hey,
God.
look, there's a door. Oh my God, wonder what's behind. Oh, it's a door.
Man, I'm getting tired of having to pull out all these keys, Cody.
Your key rack's not big enough. Come back when you're a
Apparently
little richer. God, a dungeon where the entire point is to collect keys. At the end, you just have to go through this entire hallway of doors.
And what's at the end of all these doors? I cannot tell you, for you are not a monk.
Batman Tibetan monk situation.
Oh, you don't know that one? Dang it.
Not off the top of my head.
It's one of those really long jokes for a just shitty punchline.
Is it like the only thing I can think of is where it's monk monasteries are extremely cut off from society, and the only way you can get into them is if you basically devote yourself to being a monk. Is that
Basically,
what it is?
car breaks down. He stays at one of the places with the monks. He hears a weird sound in the night. They fix his car. He leaves. Breaks down again a year later. He hears a weird sound in the night as they fix their car again. And he asks, "What is that sound? It's been driving me crazy." And he's like, "Oh, I can't tell you. You're not a monk." So he has them do a bunch of weird shit. Go around the planet, count blades of grass, count grains of sand, come back. He becomes a monk. Then he goes through a door after door after door after door after door if they keep having to hand him the key. And I finally get to see what's on the other side of the door, but I cannot tell you, for you are not a monk.
That's a very weird joke.
Yeah, no, the point is just to make it infuriating.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It's rage baiting. It reminds me. Okay, this is super goofy. I bring it up all the time. I'm also wearing one of their shirts. But there's a bit with in their Uprooted series for Evantris with Bitsy specifically, and she's like, over in my hutch, I have this basement that no one's allowed to be in. It's secret. And the people are like, well, what the hell's in the basement? He's like, I can't tell you, and it wouldn't be a secret. But I had this one guy come over, and I was helping him, and he kept asking me, what's that noise in the basement? And I was like, I can't tell you. You're not ready yet. And so he stayed. Did things. Kept coming back to me every night. What's in the basement? I gotta know. And I was like, you can't know. You ain't ready yet. And it was that entire same bit that you basically just said, but it was kept repeating and repeating. And then I remember at the end it was like, and whenever he was finally right, he was like, it's finally time. I'm ready. What's in it? And then the people on the outside are like, well, what is it? Well, what do you see? I can't tell you. You're not ready yet.
Rage baiting at its finest.
I know. Dude, fucking Derek is so funny. His comedy is right up my alley, which is why he's my favorite. His stupid bits are so funny.
Wasn't he the one that did the wood mice in the carpet?
Yeah, wood mice in the carpet. So fun fact, by the way,
for his own good.
No, I think there's plenty of reasons for it. One was definitely his age, his time period he was born in. But the other, I think, is because he did some really goofy things when he was younger. One specific that I remember him talking about is he went to a fucking clown college for a week. An actual clown college where they taught him a bunch of tricks and shit. One of them is the how to break your nose sound effect. I don't know if that picked up on the mic or not.
No.
Guessing it's not loud enough.
No.
Damn. Well, basically, what you do is you cup your hand over your nose, like completely over your face, and then you take your thumbs, you put them in your mouth on the roof of your like top teeth, and then you drag your nails quickly across as you look like you're gonna break your nose. And if someone else was in there, it would sound like you've broken your nose. He did that a lot, and every time he did it, everyone was just like, "Oh!" Another one is one of my personal favorites, and I can actually mimic this.
Hold on 1 second. I've got to get a pair of pajama.
Pajama pants? Yeah. Yes.
Once again.
Water. What, you back?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is one I have used, but it's very effective. It's when you're
I got
describing a
lemonade.
situation. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
It's when you're describing a situation, like say someone's walking, and suddenly they kind of trip and twist their ankle, and then suddenly
Water bottle.
water bottle.
Water bottle?
Let me guess. Did that not get picked up on the mic?
I heard a water bottle
No, it didn't.
cracking.
Okay, no, that wasn't a water bottle. That was a fucking pencil breaking.
Oh.
Snap.
So what are we talking about? Breaking ankles?
Pretty much. No, I was talking about Avantris, specifically one of the guys. Derek is his name.
Oh,
He's like a
okay.
comedic fucking genius. And he's also went to clown college apparently for like a week or something.
Oh my god, okay? When you said that, I thought you meant Evangelica, which is like a mech anime, and I was like, why the
Oh.
fuck are you watching this mech anime?
No.
like, what the fuck?
Also, are you talking about Evangelion?
Probably.
Okay, yeah. That's where does clown college fit into that?
No, I'm talking about the E name that you dropped for whatever they're from.
Oh, Avantris.
Yeah, that.
Yes. Anyways, now that we're all back, let's jump back into the Atlas space station proper. Woo! Woo!
Oh god, it's horrible.
Okay.
They're all dead.
As I had said before,
What the fuck was
the
that?
remains of Greg that you find, Charles, seemingly has died of exposure to space, or at least the lack of
Asphyxiation.
a lot more than
That's
that.
a good word.
But the you that you see before you, Cliff,
Me.
has very clearly been stabbed in the back of the head with some of the tools around them.
Oh no. Wait, when you say a tool, do you mean the knife or a different utensil?
You're in the science room. There's a
Right.
bunch of science tools and stuff everywhere. It looks like someone just grabbed one of them and just went while they were not looking.
Captain,
Yeah.
I believe now is the time for us to consider that anyone we see that isn't one of us. Sorry, the lighting is really cut weird. There we go. Anyone that isn't one of us is to be considered hostile. And I point out the back of Yu's head, which has been demolished by some entity.
That and the body that's barely visible in the trash compactor over there.
Yeah, I was hoping to ignore that one.
I'll
Actually-
check that one so you don't have to.
Okay, yeah, never mind. You're doing it before me. That's great. So, who's inspecting what now?
Like I said, I'll go over to the one not able to fit inside it clearly because it's not supposed to have human size in it. So
Yeah.
just as far as I can be able to look in there.
I guess I'll move this body out of the way slightly and check that one out.
Yeah, let me quickly. I'll move you back, and I'll move the body. You out of the way. I'll move the. Yet.
Ah,
I'll move this just
Get the
back
fuck
here,
out of
and
here,
we'll move you
Matt
back.
Lee.
You, starting with Charles, you look into the compactor and you, as I said, see a very clearly broken person. What's interesting about this person is the clothes they're wearing. It's the same clothing as the body that Cliff just looked at. And though... Actually, give me a perception check. This one's very important.
Perception.
Okay. When you look at them from here, you do see very clearly the back part of their head. Even though it is mostly crushed in, a portion from the nape of the neck, you see a slit where it looks like something was stabbed into the back of their head. Cliff, you are looking at the body that you had pulled out from beneath his feet. I actually need to you real quick. Okay, I double checked something. You look at this body, and just so I can be certain, because this will be very interesting. Yep. You recognize this body. This is Albert's body.
What?
But very clearly he has a head injury that looks like his head was slammed into something, maybe the corner of a table. And looking around after seeing this, you do note that over here, there does seem to be some dried blood and strands of hair.
Question, didn't we already see Albert's body? Is this the second version of Albert's body?
Mm-hmm.
I want to check his name tag.
It says Albert Simmons.
So it's not reversed?
Nope.
But ours are reversed?
Ours are
Yeah, that's what you said
reversed.
earlier, is that
Yeah.
ours are still reversed.
Yep.
Are they? So they're supposed to be reversed.
Which means we have 14 bodies to find. Possibly 16, including us.
Yeah, Captain, with all due respect, I really think we should care less about the mission right now.
Which means the other two walking around. That's... We're the real ones, right?
I mentioned this theory earlier, but it's possible that everyone was mirrored. But either way, whether we're the mirrored or not, this makes no sense. Because think about it. If you were to shove someone in there, how would you lead another person in here to stab them in the back, Albert here, and then turn around and do it again to you, all before, and another... One moment.
That one's Greg.
And having Greg be done by asphyxiation, or by... Well, that's not technically right, but still, without any of them noticing, without any of them fighting back, without any of them seeing the other this happen to any of the others.
Don't know how they could have done that so easily.
None of these seem
Unless
to be
they did it outside of the room one by one and brought them in here.
That's fair.
Maybe
but
we caught them in the act.
of moving them.
But
I would say one problem with that is that there are utensils in this room that are also covered with blood.
I do need to state something because I do think there's a misconception happening. These are by no means fresh.
That doesn't matter. Them being they could be 80 days old. Like them all being lined up and killed, as long as the utensils make sense in the room, they would have either had to been dragged in here or killed at the exact same time somehow. And And if you see, there are some utensils here that do have blood on them. But I guess that could have been after. Point being, is something killed all 4 of them. And I mean,
It likely had to have been the 2 walking around. Which, until proven otherwise, I'm gonna say is the other versions of us.
assuming we have other versions, yes.
That's the only thing I could assume.
Well, I guess first we should find out for sure, but it still makes no sense how this happened to them. All in one place. All at
We should keep moving.
potentially different times. Can I roll fast? We rolled investigation on the room? What do we no, we didn't do we roll perception on the
You
room?
didn't look around the room. You only looked around at the bodies. You've
I
not
wanna-
investigated the room.
I want to investigate
No.
the room itself.
I will say, using your prior roll easily enough to drag it on through here, you can see that the computers, though still in that same low power mode, do seem to be working.
That's good. That's what I'm looking for. More like was there a scuffle? Was there a fight,
no,
or was it
it's-
just they were here?
If you're investigating the full extent of what had happened here, it definitely appears that there was a scuffle, though you do not know if there was a specific
Okay.
order of
events. But it does show that they didn't just get capped in the back of the skull and left there.
No.
Okay.
You don't know for certain, fortunately.
On second review, maybe they did fight back, but still, to take out all 4 of them, even if it was at the same time, it's still not an easy feat to carry through.
Definitely not.
Captain, you get a much better look at the, we'll call them strangers or other versions of us, whatever you want to say. Were they wearing the same type of suits as we were?
They were both wearing the same type of suits. They were both gray suits.
But not the same
What
suits
were,
as we
were
are
they
wearing.
grayish blue suits? Because it looked like the exact same suits we were wearing.
What I will tell you is, from the distance and the lighting being down, it was hard to tell. But the suits themselves, just out of design-wise, maybe not color, they did look very, very similar.
So I can tell you the exact color, but they look similar to our designs.
Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind, I guess, for now. Hallway, check left. Door's locked. Straight, door, locked. Which one do you want to check first, Captain?
Probably straight ahead.
I take the key card and I see if I can swipe it on door.
This one, you wouldn't have to. You recognize this as another auxiliary airlock system.
Perfect.
Likely for connecting to another module.
But there is no module, is that the idea?
No module in this one.
Okay. Door locked, staying locked.
Wait, so locked module, a science room. So if this is reversed, then the next room up there is the one with all the parts.
I believe so, yes.
Unless I'm missing a room before then.
Possibly. It's been very perplexing, Captain. Anyway, are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready when you are.
Takes key card, swipes door, if possible.
Does. It opens.
Door open. Moving. Checking.
In this room,
Seemed...
I will describe it basically as simply as this. It looks much like you've seen before. A bunch of spare. Actually, I don't even know if I described the last time.
Oh don't
But
think he did.
this is very clearly like an electrical supplies room, and it looks like someone was pilfering through this section. You do see a lot of things kind of moved and floating around.
Electrical supply. This could be where a relay would be. I want to sweep the room.
You think there could be a relay here? I'll help you look real quick before we continue.
Okay, as long as we keep an eye on that door and make sure it's still closed, we should be fine. But also close the door behind us, Captain.
Absolutely. You want to lock it?
I re-swipe the door. Does that lock? The door disappeared. We don't have door
locked.
anymore, Captain. Did it?
It did. It did lock.
Oh, okay. That's just how the icons work. All right, fair enough. Oh no. Okay, I couldn't move my icon there for a second. Okay. We search the room.
Investigation.
Investigation. 19.
Exact same.
No,
Oh,
19.
well, yeah, that's right. I forgot that you have the thing. So, you both basically look around and you do see where it looks like someone was pilfering. But what's weirder is, it doesn't look like they were just pilfering. You see some of the shelves, the bars were bent inwards. And there are stuff just kind of strewn about as if something slammed into one of the shelves, and stuff's kind of like casually floating at a distance, maybe clung onto the ceiling of the opposing wall. Clearly, it looks like there was a scuffle here.
But nothing like particularly useful, or just is that all the information we get out of it?
Out of this room specifically, that is all.
This
Well,
might be where all the bodies were from before moved, I guess.
That's very possible. I was admittedly more concerned with the relay, but no sign of
I was
that
looking
either.
for the relay, but I guess we continue.
Right.
Hey, wait, there's 2 more storages here. Might as well see if there's anything we can use in them.
You look through the I forgot to move the actual one. You look through these storage units, these crates. You just find a bunch of supplies, wires, some spare chips, even some storage RAM type of deals. You know, you find a bunch of the electronic supplies that would use to repair any of the mechanical and electrical devices on the station itself.
Useful
But no
things,
sign of
but
figuring
nothing-
out whose storage it is.
No,
No,
these
that's
are
a
not
general
personal
storage.
storages. Yes,
Oh,
this is general
gotcha.
like electronic storage.
This is the kind of stuff that I worked on in our ship, Captain.
Right.
All right, you ready to breach?
Be careful. And Charles is going to pull out the knife.
Well,
I have a feeling
what
they
I
might
just
be on the other
assumed,
side here.
What I just kind of assumed is that you had knife, I had gun in one hand, card in the other.
Yes, I think that's
Oh, yeah.
easy enough to assume.
All right, checking door.
Just making sure.
Door opened, straight ahead, closed door. I can see to the left, open door, and I can't see to the right.
I can see to the right there's nothing immediately there, but there could be.
How can you see to the right?
Not
I'm in
Not
front of you.
completely, just barely in there.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean like beyond that. Okay,
No, I can't see in there.
checking. Left hallway, right, dead end. Okay. Captain,
Don't tell me there's more bodies.
I hate to disappoint, Captain, but well, let's see who this is. Is this like an
So-
actual hallway?
No, you recognize this specific type of area. This is an airlock,
Oh.
and the person on the opposing side does not have a suit.
Oh,
What?
oh, that's not good. Is the other side of the airlock closed? Or am I
It
just looking into
seems
open
to
space
be-
right now?
I like the idea of you looking into open space.
Oh, Captain. That
What's going on, Cliff?
I think I could see. I believe I could see the entirety of the open space, Captain. This is not good. This is bad. This is horrendously bad.
Okay. No.
You pull one of the levers.
The
on
manual
side.
close
The
override.
manual goes override. Exactly that. And the door very slowly locks back into place.
Well,
I do think, a wisdom save. Anyone?
Yeah. I'm not feeling too hot. I'm feeling better than you, Captain.
Charles, if I recall, you have something for wisdom saves, don't you?
yes, I do.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So you
I'm good. but-
both are actually fine.
Okay, well, staring into the void is something we've been doing for 2 straight years. So even though it's weird in this aspect, at least now we know why they're all dead.
Anybody without a helmet in here is going to die,
Like them.
so don't let them touch your helmet.
Once you close the door, we might. Well, if we can get, then we need air supply back.
Yeah. Wait, the computers are in here. We could probably start pumping in any extra air they have. Not that it would really do anything.
We'd head to the main terminal, which would be up ahead.
Well, there's some terminals behind us. They might be
Yes,
able
but
to
those are more
access it.
science. Those are more for information data, not necessarily for control.
Right, so
I
I
mean-
was wrong. So that means next up here would have been the docking station alongside the extra astronaut suits.
Want me to continue to go first, Captain? I do have the gun.
Just assume anything you go past here is not friendly, as we were talking about before.
All right, Captain. Door. Checking door. Door opened.
No sign of them?
Just further down the hallway, there's a second door. This is like a decontamination chamber kind of thing. I didn't mean to click that door, but I did. Oh, Captain. This one's not
I
so
see
bad.
it.
Moving in. Two open doors on each side and a closed door. Be vigilant. Very, very vigilant. They can get us from behind. Can we see who this is by perchance?
You can. You walk over to this body, and clearly it is another female. She's wearing a. Nope, crap, that's the wrong thing. She's wearing the Russian suit that they were wearing.
Zana.
And she clearly has, once again, science tools lodged in her body. But it does seem that a lot of her actual suit has been torn, likely due to a scuffle.
Captain, with
Is
your
her name
permission-
tag reversed?
Okay, fair enough. I checked for the name tag.
It says, forgive me for this one, Anna Alexandrovna Kozlov.
No, it's not reversed. But, Captain, with your permission, I'd like to test something.
Go right in.
I take the butt of the gun and I basically pistol whip her in the leg to see if she's brittle.
It very easily just shatters and floats.
Okay, they're still brittle then.
I would say it is about this time that as you guys are sitting here just kind of waiting. Let's see if this works. Okay, if you're zoomed in, you won't notice. So let me change that back. Is it this one? No. I was hoping to be able to do this at the click of a button, but it does not appear that I have the ability of doing so. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to do a fun little thing.
I don't like it when you do fun little things.
I saw the
love
background
doing-
change from red to white.
Yeah. I'm so glad you could notice.
I didn't notice shit.
Make sure I'm on the right one. Let's see if this works.
Oh,
Oh. Ah!
Right? And
Captain,
then...
my rage has blinded me.
Anger! Angie! Let's...
What did
see
you
if I can
say?
do
I couldn't hear
this.
you over the rage.
I would like to rage!
I am still just a rat in a cage.
Good reference. Fucking great reference. Okay, this isn't working, unfortunately. I was
Did you
hoping
want
would
it to,
let
like,
me make
flicker?
that transparent. No, I was trying to slap on, effectively a color.
Okay,
But
so
I
you
cannot,
want to do everything to be
apparently.
tinted red.
I do, so I think I'm gonna have to try this and see if this works.
We're on the other side down,
This
Captain.
might work.
What?
This might do it.
Wait. Tinting red? Oh, God.
Oh
Oh no.
You all of a
We're in a
sudden
black
hear
hole.
the sounds
Wait, what?
of an alarm.
We're in a black hole.
Going
Hold
to
up,
Stop this
what?
music. Just this one.
What would that mean that?
The alarm starts to
We know
whir.
at a black hole, when we're going into it, everything, because of the wavelengths of the black hole and everything going around us, the only color we'll be able to see is red.
How the fuck do you know that?
I am married to a science nerd.
But no one has been into a black hole because it would kill you immediately because of all the pressure. So she doesn't actually know that. But
I just
like,
want
I guess
to
for the sake of this context, we're saying that it's true.
I was actually going to interject and say it's not.
It's not true?
No. What you are hearing is the words of what you all know to be the effective self-destruct protocol.
Oh, great!
In case the station was compromised in such a drastic way, a protocol is set in motion where, if you know the codes, you can set the station to destroy itself. And the station starts to whir all around you. The sound of the blaring sirens. And at this point, I think it's fair to say that you guys know exactly who's behind this.
Captain, I don't mean to alarm you, but before we came into this room, the idea that I popped into my head to blow up the ship before we left. I don't like the connotation of what that might mean.
There's not time to talk. We gotta get to the main control panel immediately.
Door slot, Captain. I take the key card. Key card.
Keycard.
It worked.
You open it.
And
2 more
You
bodies, no
cross
time.
into the room and you see more bodies. These ones very clearly.
How many people
suffering-
were on
had
this ship?
Very clearly suffered from asphyxiation, but you recognize both of these bodies. The one in front of you is the American that you saw drifting in the space airlock. That was likely her demise. But the other one you recognize as the Russian woman, Anna.
what?
But you just saw their bodies.
What? There's no time to comprehend, Captain. Key card.
You see this one is clearly not working.
Key card again. Key card a third time.
Shoot it! Shoot the lock!
God! Fires that lock.
You do, however. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, it's fine. You shoot the lock, and the door does effectively open. However, because this is space, the force applies to both the bullet and the person. You get sent flying back.
Catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me.
Slam
Knock him back. I knocked
into
him back
here.
immediately.
What'd you say?
You didn't catch me.
I'm trying to catch him, make sure he doesn't.
Okay. Okay.
Bludge.
Then here, let's do this. Roll me a strength. Roll. Yeah. Okay. Cliff Robinson.
This is
roll me a
another
strength
reason
save.
I wanted to make sure he had the gun.
Okay, strength save from.
Because
You have
I
advantage.
advantage on strength saves.
Yes. You brace yourself against the bars of the shelf right next to you, and you catch his body as it is slung away and in your direction, preventing him from sliding any further. And the moment you do this, the door swings open directly after the shot is fired. And I will say this actually, Cliff, I want you to roll me a I'll just say dexterity save to hold on to the gun as this surprises you as the force just jerks you back.
That's great. I will also point out that this is very sci-fi. Guns do not work in space. Doesn't really matter. Dexterity save. Boom.
Guns
10.
do work in
Fuck.
space.
Well, they
The
can't
gun
because
goes
there's no
flying
oxygen.
out of
Because you
your
can't have a
hand.
firing pin. Have an explosion because there's no oxygen for the fire to breathe. It would just die immediately, which means the
I
bullet
looked
would be
this up
stuck in the
last
chamber.
episode. This specific gun does not need oxygen.
Oh, so it's a jet gun. Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
All right.
But the force is still too much for you to, unfortunately, grasp in the situation. As the panic ensues, you accidentally let go of the gun and it goes flying to the back of the room.
Oh shit.
But you remain seated. And the moment the door opens, you look as the two in front of you, looking to clamber towards the door, quickly turn back around and look at you. You see the one who is closest to you immediately be pushed away and behind the one who was at the door. And then you see the other guy immediately going to work on trying to get the door to open. Very clearly panicking in this moment. You all have but moments to react in this situation. I'll ask, what do you do? Consider this initiative.
Ah, shit. Okay.
I don't think we actually have to do it.
Uh,
I can
think we're
put
just
it on if you
reacting.
want me to, but you don't really have to.
You go slightly in front of me.
all right.
Okay.
Where did the gun go? That's
It
what
flew-
I'm looking for immediately.
It did release out of my hand, so even though you caught me, it would have gone behind my shoulder, so it would have been behind us. So it would have been like back here.
We're gonna need that, so I'm gonna try to grab it.
Knife!
Okay.
Swap
Well,
weapons!
I'll hand you the knife. Yes, absolutely.
I'm doing some quick things because I have to change some numbers.
I know. You're like, God damn it. I had to give him the knife to give you the gun.
No.
Just let both of us have the knife and gun. We'll know who has what.
Yeah. Hold on. I have to also, because of how we are doing this. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Fuck. Damn it. Oh wait, no, it's fine. It's just a slight rename on that. That. And then this. Okay. So this guy. Oh, bam. This guy. I'm gonna put him over here. Bam.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, real quick, repeat what you guys were doing, so I understand what's happening.
So, walk
Well, I
up
guess
to
what you
the
were
door.
attempting
handing
to
him the
shoot
knife
door.
and going for the gun.
Okay.
That works too.
So, what I will say is that will happen. Now that I have initiative fully up, we're going to have Astronaut 2 go. He is going to roll to open the door. He's very clearly flustered, trying to get through things. So let's see.
The lights are blaring,
Some
the
banging
alarm's going
music.
off.
I know.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like Blade Runner. Well,
You
damn.
see the door ahead of him immediately, and him turn around and seemingly motion for him to follow. And with that,
What does he see?
Charles, it is your turn. So what are you doing? You're going back to what?
Grab the gun that flew away.
Okay, so let me open your character sheets, both of you separately here, as I effectively do a changes. I'm gonna just do what I did to had the knife because it was a super easy slap on your character sheet. We'll just do this. Did it load? No, it's just being a little slow. That's fine. Let me change this to Knif. All right. Now, the pistole is a bit different. I do have to manually set this one.
Oh, see, dude. Give me a rose. Oh, I like that. Oh my.
What?
He donated one
Oh,
pound 49 and gave me a rose.
That's very nice.
I don't know.
Very
I'm
nice,
not sure what
dude.
that. I'm not sure what that number kind of tags to the rose, but I like it. A rose.
A rose.
Like my penis, it arose.
what the fuck?
Funny. Let me make sure of something. Let's get rid of that. Oh, actually. No, that's kind of funny, actually, I just noticed.
I don't know how to tell you this, by the way, Ethan. I also have an intelligence save of 4, so I think we know which one of us works on the doors.
Wait, you have a what?
I have an intelligence save of 4, which means the one that opened the door is me. I'm looking at you.
Great. So-
I have a 1.
Yup.
With that, Charles, you were able to do your action. Use your movement speed to go over towards the door, or to the weapon, which you know is over here.
Movement speed is 25. Just enough.
You are free object interaction, able to grab the pistols. It's starting to kind of like move around. What are you going to do with it now that you have it in hand?
By the way, see, dude, that is an excellent reference.
I don't think I should use it yet. I just want to make sure I have it. So
What?
next turn, I'm going all the way back over.
Push off, kick off the side so you go faster.
If that works, I'll gladly do that, but that's my movement speed for this turn.
Cliff, it is your turn. You see them up ahead, clearly trying to escape in some form or fashion, leaving you guys behind.
So I get it. I mean, I'm within 15 feet of them. I get
Yes,
a pretty good
easily.
look at them.
Well, their helmets are effectively the what do you call it? They have that like solar protective layer around them, so it looks just like a black ball. But
Okay. Well,
the colors look the exact same, and the name tag in front of you on the person's suit says Charles Matley.
I have the biggest brain blast that has ever brain blasted. It may not work, so it may make me look the fool. What I want to take, because we're talking through radio, right?
Yes, your own personal.
I want to temporarily take my radio and or whatever number, whatever channel we're on, whatever number that we're on, I want to put it in mirrored. I want to put in the exact opposite code.
If anybody could do that, it would be Cliff.
That's like I want to hack their comms. I want to talk to them.
Fucking clever. Holy shit.
Holy
All right.
shit. Yeah, no.
Here's what I'm going to have you do. This moment is tense. I want you to, I'm gonna fucking look at your fucking character sheet. Give me that shit. Let me see what you got in here. What you cooking in here, bud? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to use your sleight of hand to adjust the settings in a quick fashion that will give you enough time to do this.
Okay.
You have advantage already,
Mm-hmm.
but due to the stressful situation, it would have given you disadvantage.
So we're neutral.
So it's neutral. However, because of how you set it, you figuring this puzzle out in your mind, you can have a +2 to this roll. So now you should technically have what would be 4 is a +6.
Come on. Come on. Come on. 16.
You very quickly start to reach up to your suits and start typing away, immediately adjusting nodules, twisting things in the reverse order as they are set on your wrist, and immediately hurry up, you need to get out of here. I'll try to hold him back as best as I can.
Now, Ethan, you say all that, what he just said, in the exact same way.
Actually, how about this?
You're gonna send him a
Not Cliff.
script.
No. Charles Matley, I want you to play the real Charles Matley.
I knew it. God damn it. All right, we're gonna get the ship. We're gonna take it out. Just make sure they don't follow us. We have no idea what they're capable of.
Is that it? That is finish?
While the reel is talking, the player character, Cliff, you may now speak.
Captain Charles Matley. Look, and I want to put kind of my hands up. I guess I do still have the knife, but in the most trying to which he might not take it this way, but to me, I'm trying to be a non-threatening necessarily as possible as I step through the door.
So,
and I call him Captain Charles Matley.
here's what I will say. The real Charles Matley, the things you have witnessed on this ship, the footage you have seen, dissuades you heavily from trusting these things. With this in mind, Cliff, I would like for you to roll persuasion with disadvantage. And what he gets, you will respond with.
Pretty even, but not great.
It's not enough.
No.
Do I recognize it as the other Cliff, or do I just think it's Cliff?
It is very clearly not your Cliff.
Your Cliff is a woman. Like, what?
No, it's not that.
What? You're the other one. Get off this line. You don't need to be talking to us.
You don't.
With
Like,
that-
is this a whole conversation, or do we
We're
skip
going
the
to
next
move
turn?
on to the next turn.
Okay.
As this Charles is trying to save his Cliff. He is going to rush up towards you, and he's going to attempt to grapple you. Going directly for the knife, obviously. So I'm going to have him roll a strength check, and you will roll a strength save.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
No.
very quickly he grabs with his right arm, or with his opposing arm that is opposite of your
Why
arm.
could I got the 21 on the other side?
I know. It's mirrored.
Hold on.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're mirrored, so that's actually a 21.
I
No,
wish.
but
No.
he grabs the arm that has the knife and very quickly holds it in place, and then grabs your other arm, or he like reaches around you and kind of holds your arm out of the way so you can't move it, and you clearly see him moving his head back. And I guess, Charles, you can speak as real Charles again.
Seriously, a knife? You're bringing a knife to this fight.
Man, this really doesn't feel fair that I can't speak back to him. Like, this is a conversation.
No, you can now. Now that
Okay.
it's effectively his
So-
action has been moved.
Yeah, he grabs me, put
can
it down.
reply.
He says that, and I go, a knife, really? You bring that to this fight or whatever? You're the one who gave me the knife, Captain. Please, you don't know how this works.
I didn't give you anything. I've seen what you can do, and we don't want no part of it. You're leaving this. You're leaving.
That
Yes. Okay, yeah.
we're not two. Kelly, you want to be your real Cliff?
Yeah, Captain, we have to go right now. Just push him beyond the door and lock it as fast as you can.
I'm trying.
No, Captain, don't do it. This
Get the other door open.
Captain,
If
just
I
listen
don't
to
meet
me.
you in there, leave without me.
This is really confusing me, Captain.
And
I
you
hear
move
me.
over. Yeah, you hear. That's exactly the case. You hear yourself, your own words, speaking through your headset that you have just locked into. By the way, I just realized something. You're Charles. You cannot speak to right now.
No.
So he doesn't know that you've changed your settings. And this other version of you walks up to this door, and once again, I will be rolling to see if he can open it. Similar to
19,
before.
so yeah. God, I'm fucking awesome. No, fuck you, other me. I'm trying to. You don't know this works.
that,
I can be good.
Charles, it is your turn.
So so the other Charles is going to turn around and be able to see that whatever this astronaut is, he hasn't seen it yet, has a hand on Cliff. So, like Cliff suggested right before switching his comms over, he's pushing off the wall to get there as fast as he can.
Hold on a second. Let me do something. I think it's time I finally adjust something on your stuff.
Oh,
What? Oh.
The reveal has been fully opened. So, you are darting across the room using the back of this area to jump off, correct?
yes.
I think more than enough, it is okay. We will consider this a dash action. But to still have an action after the fact is where a dexterity save is required.
Okay.
You might have to risk it for a biscuit. You got it.
I think that's enough. You double your movement speed, getting to exactly to where you want to be, and you still have the ability of interacting with where you land. Where do you go?
All right. So I have the potential to go actually really far with this. Let me look at the attack real quick of the... Since it's a pistol, is it disadvantage if you get up close?
Within 5 feet, yeah, usually.
Generally speaking, yes.
All right, how close can I get without it being disadvantaged?
10 feet. Normally.
Here's what I will say. Depending upon who you're interacting with, is who will have a disadvantage. Clearly, the real Charles Manley is distracted by holding your Cliff. The other Cliff, however, is fully aware of the situation. If you were to dart up to him and try and shoot him, it would be a disadvantage because he would be aware.
Okay.
Unless you plan to shoot him from where you're, like, a distance away, then likely not. But if you were, let's just say, over here or here and trying to shoot him, you might have a better chance. But with both of these two in the way, your best chance is to get at least in this space. What do you do?
All right. So, since it's a dash action,
You do
I'm gonna
have
move-
the ability of shooting directly after you get to where you did, because you did hit a
Yes.
good dexterity save.
other Charles is going to end up right about here.
Okay.
And he's going to shoot the real Cliff.
That's an interesting. Yeah, sure. Cool. Yeah.
Roll me to hit.
Because he sees that they're about to get in there, and he doesn't want him to lock the door.
Very smart.
Okay. Yeah.
Made it.
All right.
But fuck.
Yeah, from the angle that you're at, you can't really see him. You're like, I'll bounce it off the wall.
It is difficult, the angle and everything, but you shoot it and it goes wide. It actually hits one of the oxygen canisters and immediately causes it to go and erupt, and you see just sparks of shrapnel fly everywhere, but you are sent flying into this corner, just bashing into it. You know that you only have one more bullet left in this gun. And immediately after this, the other Cliff, or the real Cliff, looks down and kind of is surprised. And he kind of, I guess,
How are you guys doing? You're shooting at us now?
that
I told you they were dangerous. Why do you think we can trust you all of a sudden? After everything we've seen.
I didn't want to hurt you. He just wants to protect me.
Likely story.
You're doing the same thing.
all right. With that, other Cliff, it is your turn.
I kind of want to just double down on the.
Trying to
Captain.
convince.
Yeah, it's like, Captain, you don't know how this works. None of us do. We might not be you, but does that really mean that we should be condemned to this? I feel real. All of this feels real. We walked through the darkness together.
Once again, I need you to roll me a disadvantaged persuasion check.
Fuck! You
His
shooting at them
resolve-
fucked me!
His,
They're like, no,
his
fuck you!
resolve is solid. He is not changing his mind.
Oh, damn it. Why'd you have to
With-
shoot at him?
With that, you actually hear Charles, the real one, over his comm. You won't have to say this, but if you want to, I'll basically explain what you say. You say we're shifting numbers to the backup. And you hear the of radio silence.
Wait, how would he have the time? Because we're in the middle of we're in a wrestling match right now. How would he have time to switch over his thing?
You know, I feel like he would have a chance to stop that.
That's a good
Al-
point.
Also, is trying to convince
good
him in
point.
action. I don't care if it is or is not. I just want to know.
It is, yes.
Okay.
To try and persuade someone is an action.
All right, perfect.
What I will say is, he does appear to try to maybe removing his hand from your back and using the other to attach to his wrist to do what you had done to himself. He tries to adjust his thing, but he can't do that yet. It's not his turn. I just now realized that. With that, the thing I will allow you to do is to try and break out of his strength,
That's
out of his
yeah.
grapple. I need you to roll me a strength save. I'll just have it go against his
Is it
strength.
normal? Well, it doesn't matter.
I'll just have I'll have him reroll because I don't know where his thing is.
Well, good, because
Okay,
his was
um,
extraordinarily good. Yes.
He has advantage on these.
Damn you!
Yep. Yep.
One just enough.
And to be
And
fair,
holds you
the
still-
previous one was an 18-20, so it wasn't like I could
Was
beat
it?
that anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember what it was.
A 20's even
Oh,
more
yeah, I see what you
impossible.
Yeah. But you see this happen, and he sees you trying to break out now, realizing conversation might not be happening, and he restrains you.
He's the
even
one who
more
stopped
so.
conversation.
But anyway,
Of course he's going to. He just got shot at. Or he
That is-
thought he got shot at.
That's fair.
now, real Charles Matley, you are realizing what's happening. You know that you cannot trust these things. You know that to be fully focused on what's happening, you have to tell Cliff to switch to the backup channel. And doing so, you begin to do it to yourself, but you have to relinquish your grapple to do so. So, what I will actually say is, because you are playing yourself, do you think you would do this? Or do you think you would just restrict yourself to keeping the others back?
He's keeping the others back. One, Cliff will be able to hear whatever happens. Two,
That's true.
I don't let them move.
That's
If Cliff hears whatever happens, he'll hear me die if something happens here. And he'll be able to report that back when he gets back to the ship and leaves.
But also, well, I would say, speaking as Cliff, he wouldn't want you to make that sacrifice because he wants both of you to make it. He doesn't want to be 2 years alone. You're his friend. You're
Sure.
his captain. Now,
Here is...
I will say also, if push came to shove, he would leave you, but he doesn't want to do that.
So this is where we get to kind of have a fun little back and forth of how the system works. I, now playing as your real variants, will be rolling to persuade the other variant of yourself. So, I want you two to play this scene out as
Right.
your real selves.
Okay, so we're reversing position.
All right.
Now,
What?
starting with Charles.
Oh.
Just to the ship and make sure it's gonna take off in time. If I can't make it, leave without me.
Can't make it, Captain. Just let him go and run. I could close the door behind you.
You've
and I'm
seen
not...
what these things can do. If I don't hold them back, they'll get you too. My only hope is to lock them on the other side.
What do I say to your wife, your daughter, Mission Control? What do I tell them?
That we made a fantastic discovery, and I sacrificed myself to make sure that the world knows what's out here.
But we don't know if you have to do that.
Maybe not. But the world has to know. These things cannot be trusted.
And with that,
I have an extra question.
Yep.
Do original us, have we gone through the ship at all?
You have investigated minorly the
Okay.
prior rooms, coming mostly to the conclusion that just a bloodbath happened. Something happened.
Okay, so
People were
I
dying
wouldn't
back
have the
then.
gun. He definitely wouldn't have the knife. Like,
No.
Okay, so we wouldn't have any weaponry.
The only weapon you have is the knife that's in your hand. You yourself have.
No. But
Well-
but me, the real me, doesn't have anything.
You- Oh, okay, so to give you guys a full understanding, real Cliff and real Charles have investigated this ship, the one you're on, to its fullest. They understand the whole situation. They do not know about what you guys went through.
But do they have
The other
weaponry of any kind?
They do not appear to. They are using purely what they have on
Okay.
themselves.
So I would say
Just
if
their own-
real Cliff at this point had a gun, he would turn and try to save Captain by shooting other Cliff.
Yes.
But me, as other Cliff,
Unfortunately,
doesn't want him to do that.
Exactly. But
It is
with that
wild.
in mind, what I will say is, because I do think it's fair, the persuasion would be at disadvantage to get Cliff to just go, because he is so stubborn.
You dick.
However, the next time he goes to make this, it will not be a disadvantage. And with that, Cliff Robinson will not move. He will pass his turn in waiting for Charles to follow behind. Which leads you back to other Charles. you've attempted to fire the gun and it has launched you back over here. I actually forgot to have you roll a dexterity save to hold on to the gun.
Oh, right.
The gun goes flying.
Which direction?
It launches up into the ceiling and then kind of bounces over to here.
Damn it. Okay.
And taking a moment here, I think at this point, other Charles would recognize the name tags.
Being so close, wrestling with me for this long, probably, yeah. I mean, you heard my voice, so you probably can make a pretty good assumption anyway.
I haven't heard any voices
Yeah,
since you switched.
he's not on your same channel.
Oh, you mean like other Charles? Okay, not
Other Charles.
Yeah, other Charles. Like, okay, I understand. This is the wordage is confusing a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's a bit confusing, but it's really cool.
But he's going to try to get himself off of you, other Cliff.
Don't
This'll
get
be
yourself
fun.
off on me.
That's funny. All right, we're gonna do strength versus strength.
But
I
they
guess in
both
this
have
case-
advantage.
Despite
Yeah,
everything,
he-
it's still me.
Now,
Oh.
so here's what we're gonna do. You're going to roll a flat strength, so because you're the one starting this, he'll roll a strength save to see if he can keep it.
All right.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, baby! Doesn't
Well-
matter.
You immediately, effortlessly pry him off of your cliff. And what do you do in this moment?
He's
you got a nat
going.
20.
He's going to grab his wrist, physically push him back to the other door, and
Okay. Move him like
this
over
is
here.
where he, yeah, right here is where he would be yelling, "Cliff, go now!" But of course, he's not going to hear that.
And at this time, now that you were able to see it, you see two other bodies in the other room. One of them you
other
once
room?
again clearly recognize as Greg.
You don't want to just see something. Oh, there are other rooms.
Yep.
Okay.
But the moment is stressful and you are not able to get a true word out beyond this point. But at this point, I think it's fair to say you now have grappled the real Charles Matley.
Yes,
With that,
he's holding on to him so other Cliff can go.
other Cliff, what do you do?
Seeing him grab and then pin other Charles, I just, in a very quick moment, I realized what he had tried to do when he had shot. 'Cause I assumed at first, being on a different wave, different thing, I just assumed that he had shot attempting to hit the Charles that was grabbing me. I realized that he didn't. And I'm like, oh, he must be, even though I can't hear him, that's his signal saying, well, other Cliff is going to lock this door, which I know, because I heard them talking about that.
Yep.
Can't let that happen. So I'm going to let go of knife in open air here, hopefully, like, you know, like about like here, kind of thing, to where other Charles could possibly reach if he needs to. I'm gonna try to go grab other gun, and while in air, see me, look me in the eyes, and shoot me.
Okay. You leave the
lot.
knife floating right next to other Charles, and you go and you grab, or go to reach towards the gun. Because this had just happened, the gun is kind of floating. I want you to roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, not dex. Oh, wait, I guess it is a dex.
You do have advantage on this, thankfully.
21, baby.
Plenty. You grab it, and with a quickness, flick it right in front of Cliff Robinson, and you see him.
Sorry.
You see his hands kind of like shoot up, in like a no, 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 no.
I'm so sorry. I have to. Do I just shoot the Russian space pistol?
That's up to you to decide.
I'm sorry.
What would the
I have
other
to
Cliff
do
Robinson
it.
do?
Oh
this world-
God! Oh God! Please,
I really
no!
hoping you would miss.
In this world
sorry.
or universe, out in space,
I have to live.
some would say it's kill or be killed. And in the case of Cliff Robinson versus his
I have to go home.
other Cliff Robinson has to go home. And with a quick whip of the pistol and shooting it right through the dome on his head, you see the glass facial structure shatter, and you see for a split second your face. And then you see blood, a lot of blood, and then the crystallization of the blood, and then the jolting back of the body as it flies, slamming into your shuttle, and then floating up and off. Cliff Robinson is dead. You, however, are sent flying back. I need
Shit.
other Charles to make a dexterity save. Or strength if you want to try and just stay put.
I would do that.
I would do strength to stay put.
Yeah. Yeah, damn right I
He
would.
bumps immediately into you, stopping his movement. And in this moment, other Cliff, you hear Charles Matley scream.
Close enough. Wait, didn't they change
Honestly,
channel? I
that's-
guess he
it's
couldn't have
accurate.
changed channel.
I couldn't have.
Right.
With a fury unlike anything, you see Charles Matley attempt to immediately break out of this grapple, and he's going to go for the knife. I'm going to have him roll strength save. I want you to once again roll me a strength, Charles.
Just flat strength.
Just flat strength.
Oh.
He is withheld within your arms. You see him shaking ferociously, violently so. His screaming, his emotions, so hard to hear from the static interference of the stations whirring and over your comms. And in this moment, he cannot do anything but sit there and scream to only the other Cliff in the room. And with that, Charles, it is your turn. Other Charles, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, I guess, do I actually see the knife that was left behind me?
You do.
I'm gonna grab it.
You know what to do.
We have to go home. What?
Oh, wrong one. My
I
bad.
was like, what? Oh, like, wait, huh? Oh, what? I think you're rolling the chance to hit, right? Not damage. Is that damage?
Well, no, he didn't roll damage. He rolled a chance to hit. Here's what I will say
It
for
looks
the
different.
sake of brevity.
Okay.
I will use
Also
the 18
nice.
from your strength because it is effectively the same roll. That is funny.
6'9".
You go in with the knife. I would like to ask, where are you stabbing? Not that it really matters, but thematically, how do you want to do this?
Because I know that there's no oxygen in here, I'm going straight for the mask.
And much like what other Cliff had done to real Cliff, you do to real Charles. As you stab the knife through the side of his helmet into his head. And other Cliff, you hear the radio go silent. And then you see him go limp. And very clearly, you have killed your real selves. As he floats delicately in the spot that you have holding. Though the moment is still tense as the alarms are blaring, you know you only have but few moments, maybe 5, maybe less, to do something. To learn anything. What do you do?
It's still his turn? Yep.
You're out of turn order.
Oh. Well, I want to very quickly turn my radio back to his.
Yep.
I just get to do that.
Yep.
Captain!
Come on, Cliff, what are you doing? Go! We gotta turn off the self-destruct!
Or do we just leave?
Leave? After... There's so much here! There's too much to learn!
What are you talking
If you want
about?
to leave, by all means, go ahead.
Well, Captain, what are you talking about? We just... Well, okay.
We very may have much just killed our real selves. I don't even think we are the real ones.
That doesn't matter now. Whatever they were or were not, we are.
Why would they attack us?
We attacked them too!
Unless they saw something. We are them. But we're not. Clearly, they saw something that made them hostile towards us. Leaving this place may not be good. It could actually doom them outside if we don't know what we are.
All I know is that I am engineering officer Cliff Robinson, and that's what matters. You are Captain Charles Matley, and that's all anything matters. This ship, these... and the people on it don't
matter as much as my daughter does. If I am gonna put my daughter and my family in danger, I want to make sure I know I'm not going to hurt them by leaving.
God. Damn you, Captain. And then I guess we're going into this room, because I know it's the tech room. And I'm gonna run up as fast as possible, basically still cursing him and trying to deactivate the explosion.
You quickly see the systems are blaring. The monitor is still on the command system for all the activation, and you see it clear as day. A minute left till self-destruct protocol initiates fully. You have literally a moment
Is there not...
to finish.
We can't deactivate?
No, you can. What I'm saying is, time is thin.
Yes.
Every turn in D&D's term is 6 seconds.
Yeah.
You have only a few tries of this before you have to just run.
Right.
I want you to roll me an intelligence save. Because of everything, it would be a disadvantage. However,
Normal.
we know you already have advantage on that. So it's just flat. Unless someone's helping you.
I would say the first one he's not. I would have gotten there first.
That's fine. So then roll an intelligence save flat.
Deep breath.
Come on. Come on.
Yes! Who needs it?
I fucking love this campaign.
I work so good under stress. You saw the other Cliff earlier opening doors while in stress.
You see the lights return back to their normal hue. And the sound stops.
I typed in the error code backwards. I can't believe that worked. I'm like shaking, like visibly. Like, oh.
So is Charles.
You see on the monitors to your side,
Oh, right.
the security camera systems pulled up. And you see footage that has been playing in a loop. What do you all do? As this moment in this room is now all yours.
I guess we silently watch.
Yeah, definitely watching.
You see that at this point, it is at the halfway mark, a little past. And quickly, Cliff, you tap a few keys and it starts to go back to the very beginning. And allow me to detail you the story of what happened to the Atlas crew. It starts way back in the back of the ship. You suddenly watch as the camera feed shows you the living quarters get enveloped by this wall of black. You see You see, let me double check her name, Zhao Yu sleeping peacefully in her bed, unawares as what has just happened behind her. And then you see the other Zhao Yu appear, with knife in hand, sneaks up, stabs right in the back of the neck before she could even have a moment to react. Quickly, she looks around, walks back inside the wall, and then walks back out into the real world and starts to take the body over to where the science lab is. You see her walk to the back and shove it as much further into it as she can. But in this moment, you then watch on the security footage as Albert walks around the corner in awe of what he is witnessing. He quickly takes to defending, or at least what he thought was defending you from this other version of herself. And to his unfortunate situation, he was not fully prepared for how willing she was to fight. She quickly grabs his head after a scuffle had commenced and slams it onto the corner of one of the tables. And as she's standing over his body, now completely unconscious, and Yu's body now shoved deeper into the disposal unit, you then watch as Ashley Foreman rounds the bend without you noticing, sees the carnage, sneaks up, grabs one of the science tools right in the back of Yu's head. The moment she does this, she turns around, and you see the other Albert Simmons, and then you see herself. She tries to run up further into the room, and eventually she makes it to what you all know to be the other, what do you call it? The other airlock that has the backup system for oxygen, energy, and water. And in this room, Anna is there. She does not see a lot of what's happening, but she sees herself. She sees Ashley fighting herself and Albert running into the room, telling her to get this Ashley off of her. She's not real. She doesn't think too much about it. It's a panic moment. She reacts. She helps subdue Ashley. And then they kill her. In this moment, she's confused. She doesn't know what's happening. You clearly see she's flustered. And then she slowly looks up and she sees herself. And then you see her panic as they attack her then. The footage moves further ahead. You see Greg and Kyle looking at the footage, watching all of this. And you see him immediately, Greg, start typing on the computer. And you see the ship doors start to lock one after the other. And you see them begin to talk to each other, trying to figure out what's going on. And on the other side, you see in the hull module, directly below where you guys are sitting, you see the other Ashley and the other Anna trying to pry the door open. Trying anything they can do to get this door open. Clearly this one requires a higher tier authority, which you both know. But you had a weapon to allow you to subvert this requirement. You watch Greg and Mikhail talk back and forth what they should do. And the conversation ends that they both say they know what they should do. But in this moment, you notice the lights begin to flicker. And they both look around. And that's when the footage cuts over to the science module at the very bottom, where you see other Greg standing over the computer, typing away. hacking into his own systems, or what you would assume. Quickly, they input the code, stand up next to one another, salute, and then you watch them press a button. And then you watch the whole station go dark. Just as the footage is coming to an end, you see Greg pressing enter on a system on the computer that clearly reads, "Distress signal launched." And now everything starts to fold in on itself in your imagination. You begin to think about everything, stepping back from the very beginning. You remember, as you said, waking up on the other side of the bed. On the opposing beds, as a matter of fact. You remember dreaming about your own life flashing before your eyes. And you've come to the realization that you already know, that you were fakes, but that moment wasn't a dream. It was your manifestation, your creation. You witness all of this come to this deep, cold understanding. What do you do?
Can I be completely honest? I realize that we saw that the others basically massacre the crew, right? I'm still not entirely sure how we fit into that equation. Because you said that we dreamed our entire other lives. But wouldn't that still make us us? Like, sure, the other ones were violent, but we weren't violent.
We literally killed ourselves.
That was self-defense. They attacked us first.
Was it?
Yeah.
How do we know that's not what they thought too?
I mean, he literally attacked me first. So, like there's no other definition than self-defense. They attacked us first.
Put it simply, they watched the footage of everything unfold.
Right.
They understood before you guys did what the others were, what they could be. You guys did not enter into existence at the same time, nor were you the first person to enter. This is where Charles' knowledge of the people aboard the ship comes into play. Charles, you know specifically, you is a unique character. She was brought aboard for normally the job of being a systems specialist and another flight engineer, as most of the aboard the people were. But you also know that because of where she came from, she was trained to kill because of what she was before she became an astronaut. What you can assume, fairly simply, mind you, is this was all a situation of dominoes that could have been avoided if another person had entered first. You entered, thought her real self as an enemy. Because that's what she was trained for. And then from then on, violence was the only thing the others thought was necessary for survival. However, for your guys' experience, you didn't have to worry about that. You weren't in that situation from the beginning. It was only until later that your survival became the utmost important thing. There is another thing that I didn't mention, which is the body on the outside of the space station. You had seen a body without a helmet floating outside the station, dead. When filtering through the security camera footage, you do see the outside camera footage. You see Ishan Yadav, the Indian male, who was normally the flight engineer and the EVA the person who would normally go outside to repair the station if needed. You see him attempting to work on one of the satellite dishes. While strapped to the station, you then notice on the opposing side, from where the reflected version of the ship is, his other drifts into view, and a scuffle begins. You hear nothing, but you witness the real Ishan cut the line of the other. But then you witness the other grab his helmet as he's drifting off and pull it off. Because each of them know how to unlatch their own helmets. So the others do too. This is everything that you were missing from the context of your entire adventure throughout the Atlas and its other counterpart.
They just killed each other? Just to do it?
No, it was because of you.
No. Who reacts like that? I mean, I guess if you saw something odd too, but...
A trained assassin acts like that. But I didn't tell you that. Right?
You didn't tell me that as in what really happened? You didn't tell me that? Or like in a way that I shouldn't know about that, you didn't tell me about that?
No. I'm telling you she reacted that way because she used to be an assassin. I'm wanting to make sure you don't tell anybody else about that. Because that puts her family in danger if they know.
I don't think that matters anymore. I think we're a little beyond that.
What we know, it seems that we are safe to go back. But what happens when we get back in? They find out we're not the real ones.
How would they know?
They won't. And other Charles goes to his own body and swaps the name tags.
I mean, despite what we had to do, which we had to do, we're not any particularly more or less dangerous. I mean, as you saw, being us, if we are in fact different, we're not inherently dangerous.
We did what we thought we had to do.
Right. We had to go home.
Either way, if for some reason they figure out we're not the real ones, we'll at least be able to tell them what happened. We've seen everything.
Right. That's... If we are one of these others, then it never explained where they came from. Just they came in.
That's might just be all there is to it. I don't know what this place is. I don't know what we are. I just know I feel real. And somebody has to go back.
Captain. Kind of expected you to say yes, but I'll go with that.
Sorry. Yes, Cliff?
I look up at you, meeting you in the eyes, kind of standing up straight, almost at attention. We flew to the coordinates. We found only salvage and a wreckage of the USS Atlas. They activated self-destruct, and the entire system, and the entire ship was destroyed. We couldn't figure out why, but that's what happened.
You really think they would believe that and then not send anybody else here?
Why would they? You are the Charles Matley. You are gonna be the captain on this ship. Why would they question you?
We saw some wreckage,
We saw evidence.
but no traces of the bodies.
If they had, maybe parts of suits. Nothing that would have survived the explosion. Nothing significant.
Then all we would have to do is delete the security footage on our ship, which we'll have 2 years to figure out how to do that.
Luckily for you, I'm your chief engineer. You should
And
go
the
get...
blood.
What about that?
Which is mostly dried. We just gotta make sure there's none of it on the ship.
Of course. You should go get the ship ready. I'll get things ready on this end.
We'll make it through this. And Charles heads to the ship to do what he was just talking about.
As you are walking to the ship, you see, kind of huddled underneath the vessel itself, the crumpled body of Cliff Robinson, the patch remaining upon his chest.
I'm gonna grab that and bring it to the other Cliff.
Do.
Typing away, typing away, typing away.
Cliff,
Yes, Captain?
you'll want this.
Oh, right. I didn't even think about that. Right. So I take off my badge and I kind of just toss it. Doesn't really matter. And I hold that one in my hand for a moment, taking a breath before putting it on. Thanks, Captain.
I'm gonna make sure I get the ship ready. And you know what we have to do to make the story more believable in case they come out here?
That is?
We'll have to reactivate the self-destruct before we leave.
You know, I didn't want to say the quiet part out loud, Captain, but that was kind of what I was referring to when I told you that all we found was the destruction of the Atlas, is that I was going to blow it up.
I just wanted to make sure that's what you were doing.
Yeah, okay.
And we weren't just lying about it.
We're on this. Yeah, we're on the same page. Okay, got it.
All right.
Captain's not very good on his subtlety.
Never have been.
Fair enough.
And with that, you both set the station and the ship ready for what is needed to be done. You take off in the shuttle, refamiliarizing yourself with the shuttle you have been, you believe you have been in for 2 years. Now you are unsure of that reality. You make yourselves comfortable in a bed that you thought you slept in. You eat the food that you thought you made. and you drive the ship that you thought you piloted before. With the exploding Atlas far behind you, and the realization of the reality, whatever happened back there in that wall, what any of it could ever have meant, is forever lost to the reality of the situation you all now write. Give me a moment.
As Captain Price once said, history is written by the victor. If he lives and we die, the history books become his to write.
To drift among the stars is, some would believe, a heavenly thing. But to experience the horrors or the mental dilemmas that these two have witnessed is a whole other hell of itself. Their future unknown to what is to come. Whether they blend in or are discovered is a future that will be told in another time, another place, in another space. I'd like to thank you all for listening in on the 5th episode of The Midnight Zone. A wonderful and memorable night. Good day.
And with that, you guys have finished episode 5.
Oh, shit.
Shit, dude.
All right, how we feeling? How we feeling?
I mean, I feel like that was almost as good as it could have possibly have been.
Maybe not the best ending we could have gotten, but
No.
holy shit, that makes for a good fucking story.
Was that not the
I just
best
wanna
ending? I feel like that was the best ending, personally.
It's a dilemma. It's the best ending for your characters, but is it the best ending for your morality?
As I am as the Cliff Robinson that I have controlled the entire time, all I know is that I have to go home. That's what
So-
mattered.
Right out the gate, now that we've reached the end, I have to fully stress that this idea was helped being made by Jacob, one of my
Really?
fellow coworkers at work. He
Nice.
gave me the inspiration for this idea. I already had the idea of the giant expansive wall, the space station, the shuttle, all that. But the mirrored reality, I didn't know how I wanted to handle. He gave me the remaining inspiration needed to finish it. So with that, thank you. You have helped make this tremendously amazing experience for these players, and for myself. And though it was split into a 2-part series, I think we melded the two together pretty well.
So honestly, I feel like it was kind of deserved. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one was good.
yeah.
This one was really, really... I actually think this is my new favorite. 100%.
Yeah.
This one felt so good because it was less of actual horror or monster and more of just the psychological fuckery of your mind.
Yeah.
The
And-
more of the you don't know what happened afterwards, and I don't want it to
Exactly.
be explained.
I didn't want to do the what happened to you guys ending this time because I wanted this one to truly be up in the air. And speaking of kind of like your guys' opinions on things, I want to see your mental math here on how you guys were feeling discovering the reality of what you were.
As a character or as a player?
You can do a bit of both.
So as a character, obviously it's the initial shock. They've kind of already brought up the idea and the theory that
Yes.
there might be, well, at first it was that they would have doubles. Like that the others would be the others, right? You know, like not that they were, but that somebody else was. So they already kind of had the idea in their head, and then later on, Charles rewrites it to be that they were the others, or at least potentially, To which, if you noticed, my character kind of like pushed that part aside, like that's not. I don't want to think about that.
Yep.
And then they're confronted with it, and because of the reversal and all that kind of stuff, they can no longer deny that they were in fact the others. Even before watching the film, the footage, they knew at that point some type, logically, that they had to be the alternate versions of themselves. So to my character, the only way he could rationalize it in that moment was one of two ways. Either the joke that he made earlier of offing each other is what's best for business, or, as he said multiple times, he's got to go home. Even if that means somebody else doesn't. That's why he made the choice first. I do like how each of us killed our own selves and not each other. There's some poetry in that.
Poetic.
Very poetic.
It worked out so well with how that stuff was unfolding. It was beautiful to watch. I was
think that's
smiling
just
so
was
much.
like unspoken agreement too, that we were just like, we know what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because we literally couldn't talk. Because I had swapped over. So it's like, I do like the idea that these two characters could work without communication. Like, they did
Because
actively
they've
work
spent
together.
like over 2 years together.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
and-
yeah.
But the beauty of it is that you can feel that from both sides. Like,
Mhm.
when we were talking about, as our OG selves, if you will, for the sake of argument, like, it also felt like they knew each other. It just didn't work out for them. They didn't have the weaponry available that we did. So, sucks to be them, I guess.
The hand wasn't in their favor, but it was in ours.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, as a player, it was so, like, as a character, the only way he could rationalize it was basically to not think about it and just be like, hey, as weird as this is, as much as this sucks, it's either us or them, and I'd rather it be us. Therefore, he shoots. Then they figured out from there. As a player, it's a really, really cool concept. I think the twist was very well done. Because a good twist isn't necessarily one that hits you just out of nowhere. It's one that makes you feel. So even though we kind of knew where it was going by that point, the fact that we were right didn't matter. It's not like, oh, we predicted it, so it lost its luster. It was like
What
oh,
mattered
we are
is
right.
the result at the end of it.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit,
You know,
we're right,
the
and it's
entire
really that
time,
bad.
We're like right on the trail of what this is, almost exactly the entire time. That doesn't make it any less just of a, shit.
Exactly. It's like, just because you're right doesn't mean there's no more gravitas of, oh shit, it'd be like that.
And I also loved this, like, from the very beginning, understanding that something was wrong, that you couldn't figure out what it was. Like, back in part 1, where you guys were exploring the ship and you were investigating, like, the machinery, investigating the computers, investigating everything, and it just, stuff wasn't there. It almost was like it wasn't copied over correctly.
Yeah.
I love that. That your guys' slow build to that realization into the mirrored reality. And then obviously entering into that one room where there's like a bunch of bodies, you guys were like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It was fucking great to experience this. This was such a treasure to witness you guys play through. And honestly, to I guess finally get to that point where it gets to be fully experienced in its totality, from beginning to end. And I think what I find really funny, personally, is, as you all know, I have ending themes set up. I don't think there was a bad, good, or middle ground ending theme I could have used for this. I just don't think there was. Because the scale
either way,
tips...
you were going to leave it up in the air?
Kind of. I think the scale tips too much in any direction. There is no good ending in this one. Because you're playing your others, and the real yous are doing the same thing you're trying to do. Survive. That is it.
I would argue that we
Like-
got the good ending because we are who we
You got-
were, and that's what
Yeah,
matters.
I think you got the good ending for your others.
Yeah.
But I think in general the moral ending would have your others let your real ones leave. But that's not what this is about. This is about what your characters would do themselves, not if it's a morally good choice.
Yes.
And that's what I love, and that's why I think it's so human.
Well, also,
Um,
I do like the turn where it's like, obviously my character was trying to talk them down, even though because of the attacks, because of the attacks that they saw in the footage, they just automatically assumed us to be hostile. Therefore, you couldn't really
and it doesn't
convince
help that
them.
you guys entered with weapons either.
That's
No.
fair. I mean, so would if they could, but still, yes. We did enter with weapons, so we couldn't convince them. But I like the idea that it failed because it's realistic. They would be like, "No, we're not listening to you," and the turn being, while he's grappling, while they're trying to figure out anything, being like, "Oh, if you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention." And so
you have not been paying attention.
and so for Cliff to realize there's only one way of getting out of this, no matter what that may, whatever the context of that may ultimately prevail, only one set of us is getting out of this, and what happened. Of course, I was be the first one that offed my alternate.
So, one thing I could definitely say is just the buildup of everything and the eventual choice. The reason I say I think I like this one better than the very first one I did with Ethan and Cameron. The very first one felt a lot like this, where it was two dudes lost in the middle of the ocean, figuring out how to survive their situation, even though it feels like something they could not do.
Last time on
They were
Raft.
struggling with, they were struggling with the mentality of what they were experiencing, kind of like this one, but this one was a lot more personal.
Right.
This wasn't some outer greater evil that apparently, at least that you know of. This was in the now. This was two guys doing what they can to survive.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's a nice taste to that simplicity.
I also like
That
the idea.
I think makes this really good.
I like the idea that this was. I jokingly mentioned other like space themed, like entities. Like I mentioned aliens. I mentioned mouthwashing.
Isolation.
But it's like, it was really Among Us, but we were the traitors all along.
Yeah. It was so good. I loved having you guys realize that.
We were the
it felt so
imposters the
good.
entire time.
Yeah. You're the sneaky little bastards. Yeah. But
And
I
we
do
got the
have to
double
say
kill
this
and we
because
win.
You did, yeah, you won.
We got the
Congratulations,
double
win.
kill and win.
But
Yay!
I have to say this because it was really funny when it was happening. But near the very end, when you guys were having your discussion, like over their bodies, right? And you guys were figuring out how to do things. My fucking cat Simba, 4 fucking times kept jumping in my lap. I had to pull him down. Back in my lap, put him down. Back in my lap, put him down. While you guys were doing this, and I was just like, what is he doing?
He wanted
Trying
to
to
be up,
listen.
man. He's trying to be
He
up, man.
wanted up so bad.
He wanted to
I was like,
listen.
please.
He's like, this is the
Please,
good
let me-
part.
It was the good part. Holy shit.
It's like,
Oh my god.
like when we stand up straight and we're like, let's get our story straight. We saw the destruction of the Atlas as we're sitting in the Atlas with all these
That-
dead bodies around us.
By the way, I had a huge smile on my face when you guys looked at each other and were just like, we came to the Atlas, we found nothing. It was just rubble and from a self-destruct sequence. And it was really, really cool to see that. That like switch on to your character being like, no one should know. No one can know. We are the only ones.
Right, yeah.
That was so good. I think this is where we'll end it. But I have to put all my thanks into you two. You
And
two
Jacob.
fucking killed it. And Jacob especially so for helping me come up with this idea. You're amazing. But again,
Come on,
Yeah.
you two.
You two. yeah, I am just I am here to make a show. I'm not here to take the credit.
If I may, Ethan, how many of these have you been in? There's been 5, right?
This is my second one.
This is also my second one.
Isn't that
And
funny?
this isn't to hate on the first one that I did, 'cause that one was great too.
That one
But I would
was a bit iffy. Even I had my own issues. I know what I did wrong with that one, but that was also mostly because of the time restraint we had on that.
Right, and this is not saying anything negative towards that one.
No.
To see the improvement between
Yeah.
those two, 'cause was that number 2?
That was number 2.
Yeah, I thought so. So, episode 2 to episode 5 has already, to me, shown a vast improvement. And
Oh, when you spend like an entire week creating something for the sole purpose of an experience rather than just flat out fun,
right, yeah,
it changes how you circumvent this whole situation. I basically have decided that combat is not the focal point, and so I
no, it can't be.
genuinely remove it from the idea, and I make it into a situation of survival and whatever it may be.
It's more thought.
A great example is episode 3. That one was it was Turbo and Peachy playing, and they were in a school with a haunted spirit. It was basically Phasmophobia, except this ghost was a fucking wild animal. And much like in your situation, it was just survive. That's it. They had to do whatever they could to survive. And just that experience of I can't do anything. I have to just run, or I have to hold back whatever it is so that someone else can live.
I can't wait for that
I
4-person.
Love that stuff.
I can't wait for the 4-person episode where we just play a D&D version of Nazi zombies.
No.
Episode 7, I become Richtofen and we play zombies.
So I have had a few ideas in mind, and one of them was a zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
But I didn't know how I wanted to do that one exactly.
Yeah.
So that was on the back burner for like that one's gonna take a lot of planning.
Yeah.
But with that being said, again I'll repeat what we said kind of at the beginning of the stream. There will be a break of the Midnight Zone for probably next month and maybe a month after. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it for that much, but
Oh,
effectively we're going to try and push Omen a bit more this upcoming month.
right.
And keep in mind, next week we're doing Calamity. It'll be on a Sunday instead of a Saturday. And then after that,
And it will be the season finale.
We'll be doing
So
it.
if that interests you
Yes,
anymore,
I
go
mean-
watch it for that reason.
that's true. And then next month, by the way, in the place of Calamity, we'll be launching a new series, which I've already been kind of posting everywhere, but you guys will like it, I promise. It's really cool, and I've been
Oh yeah,
fiddling with it a lot.
your Nomad of Nowhere style thing.
It's going to be very fun. I'm excited. But all that being said, once again, I would like to thank my players, Jacob, and my viewers. All of the people both on my side, Kelly's side, or I don't. Ethan, are you streaming? I actually don't know if you are.
I am.
And or Ethan's side on Twitch,
Yeah.
right? Or are you on YouTube?
I'm on
I think it's
Twitch.
on Twitch. Yeah.
On Twitch.
I'd like to thank all of you for collectively joining us for this fantastic ending to part 2 of episode 5. And with that, we'll see you all in the next episode. As I turn on my voice thing in the next episode of